It is a beautiful evening here under the lights at the University of Michigan Soccer Stadium. Low 60s, the mosquitoes are out, and Michigan State Spartans are here in the 20th annual Battle of the Big Bear. My name is Joshua Tenzer. I am joined here by Kellen Flynn. We are your commentators for the first half this evening. Kellen, it's your first time on the radio. How you feeling?
It is. I'm really excited. Couldn't ask for a better game here. Big Bear rivalry game, Michigan men's soccer. Excited for a good game.
Well, Michigan State has won the Big Bear more often than not, having 12 wins out of the past 19 meetings between the two teams. But the Wolverines have won their last 5 meetings against Michigan State going back to 2019. What are you looking for out of the two teams this night?
Yeah, the Wolverines have had the Spartans number these past couple years. The Spartans are currently have 0-2-1 in conference play. Spartans looking for a win here in the Big Ten season. Michigan looking to continue their solid play so far. Should be a really good game.
Michigan State does have their backs to the wall. They're running out of time to just secure a good seed, or maybe a seed at all, dare I say, in the Big Ten soccer tournament, which is coming up sooner than you might think.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. Michigan State, like you said, they need this one. They need it bad, and Michigan's looking to continue to improve their own seed so far. They had a great performance against IU, the traditional powerhouse, recently, and they look to continue that performance.
Who are you looking at in the Wolverines lineup who is going to make a difference tonight?
Mark Ibarra, the hometown kid, team captain. Huge crowd out here tonight. I think the Wolverines are going to feed off that, and Ibarra's their difference maker. I think he's the one that gets things going for them. And then obviously Hayden Evans in net. You need strong play from your goalkeeper if you're going to have any kind of success. So
Hayden Evans, over the past 4 games, this is his 5th straight game as starter after going back and forth with Owen Finnerty at the beginning of the season. He secured himself the spot as a starting goaltender, kind of usurping the junior Owen Finnerty, who has had a lot more experience than him. It's nice to see. He's performing, he's showing up, he's doing well.
Yeah, he's earned that role, and as we approach the start here, I think we'll see a strong performance from him tonight.
All right, well, the Wolverines are going left to right. That means their right wing is our near side, their left wing is our far side. Michigan State, obviously the opposite, going right to left. Their right wing is our far side, their left wing is our near side. Keep that in mind. We are starting off here 0-0, as all games tend to. Michigan State will be kicking off relatively shortly. The referee is getting ready to blow the whistle. Starting with the ball for the Spartans is Jacob Cromer, number 15, stretching up, getting ready. The Michigan Ultras, the University of Michigan soccer fan section, they're all in blue tonight. It is the blue out and is the largest crowd I have seen from them in quite some time. Well, there's the whistle now. Michigan State choosing to pass back, now moving on to their right wing, about 15 yards from the half line. A long kick up in the air for a 50-50 ball. Michigan always fantastic at the balls going up in the air and getting them to land.
Yeah, great clear there by the Wolverines, keeping it out of the offensive zone for the Spartans. And like you mentioned, it is a blue out. Huge crowd out here tonight. Let's see if that crowd can make a difference.
Hunter Morse, goalie for Michigan State Spartans, has the ball, calling all Spartans to the right side of the stadium, their right wing. Kicks it high into the air where there are 5 Wolverines waiting to knock it down. Instead, it goes up in the air. Michigan State will have control on their right wing. A sliding tackle by Derek Broche gets called a whistle. That is a foul on Michigan State. It'll be a free kick on Michigan's left wing, about 10 yards from the half line. They will choose to kick it to the right side of their right wing, the near side for us. Choose to get things going there. They have favored attack on their right wing for a long part of the season. A beautiful pass from Bryce Blevins going between 2 defenders. A little bit of a give-and-go action. Bryce Blevins taking himself. There's a cross going up high through the air, and it'll land harmlessly and roll out of bounds. It'll be appearing to be a goal kick for Hunter Morse.
Yeah, that was a nice offensive possession there by the Wolverines. Got the ball in close. Got a nice cross over the middle. Couldn't quite connect, but a strong possession early.
Dangerous cross from Blevins. Rasmussen was a couple feet too close to the spot of the kick, unable to head it in, and it rolled out of bounds. Hunter Morse going to take a goal kick on the right wing for the Spartans. All Spartans, again, gathering up on their right wing, that far side of the field. Nice kick in the air. It has a lot more backspin to it this time, choosing to drop in the midfield section instead. Wolverines and Spartans kicking it back and forth, still on the far side of this field. And after a bad touch by Luis Sala, midfielder for the Spartans, they'll go out of bounds. Michigan throw in.
Yeah, got to control that one there if you're the Spartans.
Spartans catch the ball after, grab the ball after the throw in. A long pass trying to get something going for the Spartans. Instead, it'll be intercepted by Ryan Schultz, defender for Michigan. Passed over to, Hayden Evans, who will send it up into the air. A kick from Broche ends up hitting the shin of Jack Beck for the Spartans, and they'll have a free kick.
Yeah, Spartans got to get something going here offensively. This is really the first time they've gotten it into the Michigan zone and been able to hold possession for a while. Let's see what they can do.
Spartans using a series of pinpoint passes, moving the ball slowly up the right wing. They keep passing forwards and backwards, but they are advancing the ball slowly. Defensive pressure comes too strong. Spartans will choose to retreat, sending it back towards the left wing and back to the defensive half of the pitch. A nice header by Ryan Schultz. They'll say he knocked heads with someone on the Spartans, but it'll be a foul on the Spartans. Schultz gets a free kick halfway down the right wing in the defensive zone.
Michigan defense has done a great job of preventing the Spartans from getting anything deep into their offensive zone. They've got to keep that up if they want to keep the Spartans scoreless tonight.
Schultz chooses to cross field over to the left wing, over for Mark Ibarra. Ibarra has some fancy footwork to get past the defender, but chooses to kick it back to Schultz. Schultz over to Bucknor on the right wing. Bucknor back with his team with Blevins. Blevins racing down the right side of the field. That's taken away by number 20, Connor Brazil. Brazil knocks it out of bounds. Will be a throw-in for the Wolverines. A little bit hard to see from our vantage point, but once the ball comes back into sight, we will let you know what's happening. It does appear to be a throw-in, not a corner, although it is about 5 to 10 feet from the corner. It is a throw-in. Bucknor throws it to Schultz. Schultz with a cross up in the air. Evan Rasmussen looking for a header. There's a header scored. It appears to be an own goal possibly, but Derek Broche gives the Wolverines a 1-0 lead here, 3.5 minutes into this game. Broche is celebrating like it's his goal. I think it bounced off a Spartan player, but that's all right. A goal is a goal. They don't ask you how, they ask you how many, and that is one for the Wolverines.
Yeah, that was another great cross there by the Wolverines, just giving your guys chances in that box. That's all you can do, and it pays off for the Wolverines.
Absolutely. We're seeing things here starting to heat up quickly. Soccer games, especially the U of M soccer games, tend to start slow. University of Michigan scores more than 2/3 of their goals in the second half. They're starting off with a bang early. 2 offensive opportunities. This one they're able to capitalize. 1 shot on goal, 1 shot total, 1 goal for the Wolverines.
Yeah, and you can hear that crowd's getting into it early for the Wolverines. Got to keep them active in this game.
There are plenty of supporters for the opposing team, but the Wolverines fans here still outnumber them. MSU just a couple of hop, skip, and a jump away. In fact, there are some youth soccer teams here supporting the Spartans.
Yeah, I noticed we had a couple of them chanting for the Spartans as they were walking in tonight.
Mark Ibarra, stretch pass, headed away harmlessly by the Michigan State defenders, trying to get something going. A errant pass sent it to Derek Broche. He's towards the middle, trying to get towards the penalty area. Unsuccessful. It's cleared away by Michigan State defender, but Michigan maintains control of the ball. Back into their defensive zone now.
Yeah, there's a nice quick pass out by Ibarra to settle that possession down there and really reset this offense for the Wolverines.
Ibarra's ball control and footwork is just unparalleled here as he passes back and forth with Ryan Schultz on the right side. Schultz, a stretch pass forward looking for Broche. Broche heads it to Rasmussen. Rasmussen will run with it towards the center of the penalty box. Rasmussen backing it back out. Trying to control the ball now is Ibarra and Osman. Osman, errant pass through 2 defenders. Attempted pass there by Declan Gaffney. It'll bounce off Michigan State, and it will be a corner kick taken by Mark Ibarra. He has been known to try to curl some balls into the goal. Unsuccessful so far, but you never know.
Yeah, Wolverines have been having a lot of success on these crosses. Their first corner kick for this evening. We'll see how it pans out.
I've only seen one time a University of Michigan player has put it in from a corner kick, and that was Jack Hallahan. This corner kick sails harmlessly away as a Michigan State defender will clear the ball out towards the half line on the left wing for Michigan, as Michigan will get it back towards the offensive zone. Again, right back to Michigan State, and another clear attempt. This one will fall out of bounds and out of the stadium as it bounces off the roof of the Michigan Ultras fan section. Michigan will have a throw-in 15 yards into the offensive zone on the left side.
Yeah, recently U of M has been dominating the time of possession here. They've had the ball in the Spartans' defensive zone here. Michigan's been on the attack for the last couple minutes. MSU's got to clear this ball and really just get some chances for their defense to kind of reset.
Throw in towards the penalty area, headed away by the Michigan State defense. The official scoring on that goal is goal for U of M team. It is an own goal. MSU trying to get something going, unable to enter the offensive half of the pitch. Michigan bringing it over towards the right side. Bryce Blevins into the penalty area on the top right corner. Has to back out, passes to Bucknor, a couple feet behind him. Bucknor towards the center of the pitch with Osman. Osman, a long cross in towards Declan Gaffney. That'll be offsides, just a hair offsides. Michigan State's ball.
Yeah, that ball just sailing right in over the top of the Spartans' defense. U of M just a little too giddy that time.
Declan Gaffney, always over-eager, always ready to make that score. He usually comes in as sub, but he's been starting more and more often. His offensive powers have really given the Wolverines a choice to a chance to put him in the game.
Yeah, U of M's been known to be more of a defensive team, but clearly their offense has been really strong early.
MSU in the offensive half, a kick towards the right side, trying to dribble in towards the penalty box. MSU retreats. Back and forth now on the right wing. Attempted cross, they'll have to retreat all the way back into the defensive half. As Chasen and Choso will clear the ball up into the air, looking for Michigan State near the penalty box. Wolverines will clear. And now a foul called as two players come up for the ball in the air.
Yeah, that was Michigan State's best chance they had in a while. They got it in to about the start of the penalty area. Just couldn't really capitalize on anything in there. U of M was able to get the ball back out.
Throw in here. Sorry, that's not correct. Free kick here. Ryan Schultz will send it to the offensive half on the right sideline. About 5 yards in front of the half line is Jason Bucknor. He'll pass it back towards Schultz and Declan Gaffney all the way back halfway between the center line and the own goal line for Michigan. Looking for an opening. Passing back and forth from right side to left side. Ryan Schultz and Declan Gaffney. Schultz back to Gaffney on the left side. All the way over to the left with Mark Ibarra down towards the sideline. Some strong forechecking pressure here by MSU. Threatening to take the ball away. A stretch pass, Rasmussen couldn't get his foot on it. Mark Ibarra tried to get there, cleared away by MSU. It'll be a throw-in for the Wolverines.
Yeah, and Michigan's got to get Mark Ibarra in the middle there. I really like what they were doing these last couple possessions with him in the center, being able to kind of facilitate that ball into their offensive zone.
Throw-in goes towards Michigan State's foot. They're able to clear it away, and I tell you what, you just can't throw it to someone who's covered by two defenders. You got to have another option.
No, that was just a throwaway there by the Spartans.
Bucknor with a throw-in over towards Blevins. Michigan State really good at getting in the way of Michigan's throw-ins. Unsuccessful have any of them been.
Strong use of the body there by Bucknor to protect possession, but they're going to give it to the Spartans.
Yeah, it looks like Bucknor's foot got the ball as it was going out of bounds. Now number 20 for the Spartans, Connor Brazil, will throw in. That throw-in goes towards his own team. And it looks like it'll be a throw-in for the Spartans again as Blevins got his foot in the way of a pass and knocked it out of bounds.
This is the deepest the Spartans have gotten it in. Got to capitalize here.
They're in beyond the penalty area, but still on the left side. A cross goes for it. Headed away harmlessly by Kevin Buka. A strong shot there from the Spartans. That goes wide by about 5 to 10 yards, but still a powerful shot nonetheless. Great chance. It's their first shot.
Yeah, that was big for the Spartans to get a shot. Didn't quite get on goal, but get those shots. They'll start to get closer onto the net, and hopefully for the Spartans that they'll fall.
Evans passes the ball to Schultz, and then Ybarra. Ybarra trying to run up the center in the defensive half, sends it over to the right wing with Schultz. Back to Ybarra. He'll send it to the left with Gaffney. Like you were saying, they're playing Mark Ybarra a lot more in the center of the pitch. It's nice to see. Long pass towards Rasmussen. That'll go a bit over his head. Michigan State with the ball now. Michael, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Spartans just an errant pass there. They had a little bit of an opportunity, moving the ball quickly with numbers, and just threw that one away.
An unforced error will give the Wolverines a chance to throw in about 25 yards in front of their goal line on the left sideline. Here comes a throw high towards the center of the pitch. Michigan State playing the body, able to push Michigan around, able to get Osman out of the way. Michigan State rushing down the pitch now, coming in. Ybarra trips up a man. The ref says play on. Michigan State has the ball. They'll give them advantage. Strong cross, looking for something here. And that'll go out of bounds, possibly. No, kicked out, and they are saying the ball did end up going out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Hayden Evans.
Yeah, that was a nice possession there by the Spartans. Got a nice cross, a chance there. Couldn't connect, but offense is starting to click a little bit better.
It was really dangerous. Michael Miller, if the ball was just placed a little bit more to the left, or in the left from the perspective of the kick, a little bit more in front of the goal, Michael Miller could have gotten a solid header or maybe even a kick and put that one past.
Yeah, those are ones that it's tough to do. Tough to convert on all of those, but the more you put out there, better chances that you'll have one fall.
Yeah. Schultz starting with the ball on the right wing. Pass it towards Osman, back towards Schultz. Not far out of the penalty area now are the Wolverines, slowly inching the ball upwards with some passes going from right to left and left to right in the defensive half. Fancy footwork by Ybarra, shakes a defender. Declan Gaffney sends it over to Schultz and then Bucknor on the right wing.
Wolverines
Schultz running up with it.
Looking for a chance here.
Stretch pass towards Rasmussen. Again, good defending by the Spartans. Bucknor had a chance after he intercepted a pass. That is taken away by Miller. Levin steals the ball from Miller, and now in the center circle, the Wolverines have control. Ybarra sends it over to the left wing. Running towards the center of the pitch now are the Wolverines. Evan Rasmussen, defense playing really tight on him. They've known how dangerous he was against Indiana. He had 3 points there, a goal and an assist. They've keyed in on him as a potential target, especially with how forward he plays.
Wolverines got the ball in deep there, had to force it back out, but they've had their way getting in, penetrating the Spartans' defense.
32 minutes remain here in the first half. The Wolverines still up 1-0 after that own goal by the Spartans. Wolverines trying to do something here. Ybarra backing up with the ball, sending it back into the center circle. Pretty much on the center dot is Ryan Schultz.
Tight pass there that gets through for the Wolverines.
Strong kick, looking for a stretch pass. Chance here for Derek Broche. Broche with a shot, a diving save on the tips of the finger pads. Hunter Morse will send that one up and over the crossbar, a corner kick. Now that is a save worthy of a highlight.
That was a tremendous save there by Morse. The ball was tipped by one of the Spartan defenders off the shot, and it redirected, made it a much tougher save, but fantastic effort from Morse.
Corner kick on the right side. Looks like it'll be taken by Jason Bucknor. Nope, I will not. I can't see who it is, but I can tell you that it's going to be up and across. That's blocked away. A strong kick from Bucknor. That's defended well off the back of a Spartan defender. Spartans running up with it.
Great effort there by Bucknor, to make that stop, prevent the opportunity for the Spartans.
It's getting a little windy here in the third tier. Our roster sheet blew away for a moment. We're fine now. Free kick here for the Spartans. Passing back and forth on the right side of their defensive zone. They'll choose to pass it back towards Morse. Morse with a long punt. Going up in the air, plenty of backspin on it. 50-50 ball coming down. Wolverines have control. Make that the Spartans. Inside the central circle, they'll pass to their right wing.
Yeah, Morse has been really favoring that right side of the pitch on all of his punts from goal.
Babayak making defenders fall. He'll send it over towards Jack Beck. Now on the left side with it is Miller. Miller running in towards the center. Sliding tackle by Jason Bucknor. Wolverines don't have the ball quite yet. Spartans still in control. Back to Beck on the left side. They'll choose to pass back. Michigan defense causing trouble. Ybarra intercepted a pass. He'll clear the ball past the halfway line, but it will roll out of bounds. There'll be a throw-in for the Spartans about 10 yards behind the half line on the right side. They'll choose to throw it back towards the defense.
Bucknor's made a couple great defensive plays there. He's been really showing that expertise slide tackling.
He's proving to the Wolverines why he was played in the 4th tier of American soccer as just a high schooler in USL2 with Miami FC. Wolverines trying to put the pressure on the Spartans in their own zone on the right wing. Both teams choose to favor the right side. It's very interesting here. Strong stretch pass for Miller, and they're saying he was offsides. Wolverines have the ball.
Yeah, Wolverines' defense is, like I've been saying, looks strong very strong so far. Offense has been getting penetration. They're gonna look to continue that here.
Strong kick. Back to the spot of the ball, pardon me. Thought that Hayden Evans was going to start things off. Instead, he was just passing it to where the ball should be with Ryan Schultz, who will start things off. About 13 yards behind the half line on the right side. He sends it towards the penalty area. Rasmussen with a header. Chance for the Wolverines here. Leaping over Declan Gaffney is Hunter Morse. Looks like he's a little shaken up on the play. He does have a mask from a broken nose, and he made the catch. He's beckoning everyone to the right side, and you can hear something the Ultras do. Count how long it takes for the goalie to kick the ball away.
You just love to see something like that from the Michigan faithful.
Wolverines got the control of the ball after the punch, trying to send it forward. Rasmussen pushed away. Strong pass intercepted by Blevins here. Spartans have the ball. Miller trying to get things going on the left wing. Blocked by Ibarra, sends the ball out of bounds at the half line on the left wing for the Spartans, near side for us. They'll have a throw-in.
I'd like to see the Wolverines get the ball on that right side of the pitch and get those crossers going across the middle. They've had a lot of success with that so far. I think they should really try to keep that up.
Jason Bucknor wins the physical battle, getting the pass away from Farai Mutadu. They'll pass back to Evans, sending it forward straight down the center of the pitch with a small, controlled pass. Wolverines will send it to Schultz. He'll send a stretch pass in for Broch. Broch with a header, looking towards the penalty area. Another glove grab by Morse. He'll kick the ball away. Rasmussen was there. Morse had to get his mitts on it.
Yeah, Spartans had their defense very spread out there. They were applying pressure about midway through their own offensive zone. So there's a little bit of a chink in the armor there, an opportunity for the Wolverines.
Kicked up in the air by Morse. It's going to land a little bit onto the Spartans' offensive half of the field. Still up in the air, header to header. Wolverines finally gain control with Blevins. Blevins pushed out of bounds. They're saying it's going to go off of Connor Brazil, and Spartans will yield a throw in to the Wolverines. Wolverines throwing it in 10 yards beyond the half line on the right wing. Bucknor throws it in, headed away by Michigan State Spartans. Again, after a throw-in, Wolverines aren't the ones who touch the ball first. Rasmussen has the ball now for the Wolverines, running from left to right. He'll send it towards Blevins at the corner of the penalty box. Blevins with the cross. Header. That's saved away. Strong header by Umar Farouk Osman. Looks like it was going to go just wide, but still a diving save nonetheless from Hunter Morse.
And that's what I was talking about earlier with the Wolverines, getting that ball to that right side with Bryce Blevins. He's had a couple nice crosses this game, and another one right there. It gives the Wolverines a chance, and they'll get a corner here.
Corner kick from the left wing taken by Mark Ibarra. As I was saying before, the only time I've ever seen a ball go in off the corner kick was Jack Hallahan back in 2019, very early in the season. I want to say it was against Oakland. I may be wrong about that. But Hallahan, drafted by the Miami Major League team. That corner kick sails wide as a header from Ryan Schultz puts the ball 5 feet right of the goal, out of bounds. Goal kick for Hunter Morse and the Spartans.
Yeah, Wolverines been applying a lot of offensive pressure here, getting some corner kicks, getting some nice crosses, shots on goal. Offense looks solid so far.
The score is 1-0 here, 25 minutes left in the first half. Here in the NCAA, they count down instead of the traditional counting up of soccer. Strong goal kick here. Another 50-50 ball, this time on the Wolverines' right wing. Spartans left. The Spartans get control of it, passing back and forth. And that pass from Miller bounces off of, looks like it's going to be Jason Bucknor. And the Spartans will have a throw in halfway down the pitch, halfway down the offensive side on the left wing. Throw in by Connor Brazil. Sends it over to Futatu. Wolverines have, yep.
Gotta love the little quirks of college athletics.
Yes, yes, you do. Spartans getting something going on the right side. All he has to do is get past Declan Gaffney, and Spartans will have a strong cross opportunity. They take the cross, headed away strongly by the Michigan defense. Offensive opportunity for the Spartans, mitigated by a header. Spartans still have control of the ball, and they'll choose to restart things on the left wing.
Yeah, that was one of the Spartans' best offensive chances they've had yet today. Gotta get a couple more of those in this first half.
Spartans retreat back towards the central circle. Switching sides of the pitch over to the right wing. If you hear the crowd getting louder, it's because the right wing for the Spartans is where the Ultras are, and they choose to get obnoxiously loud if you're a player for the opposing team. And if you're a player for the Wolverine, you'll call it spirited.
Yeah, there's another one that goes out of the stadium here.
Balls won't be lost forever. The Michigan practice pitch is just on the other side of that fence. Good clear attempt by the Wolverines. It went out of bounds, though, and the Spartans will have a throw-in. They'll switch sides of the field from the right to the left, giving it over towards Connor Brazil. Miller with a cross back towards the right side. Two Michigan defenders put pressure forward, steal the ball away. Looking for Derek Broche on a stretch pass. Unsuccessful. Spartans will restart. Attempted clear. Doesn't work out for the Spartans. Wolverines will have the ball. That clear back towards the Spartans now. Spartans coming down the center of the pitch into the offensive zone now, just on the border of the circle.
Yeah, Michigan hasn't quite had that time of possession that they did in the beginning of this game. Spartans have done a much better job controlling the ball and evening that out, getting some more chances.
Michael Miller will send it back towards the defensive half for the Spartans, and it looks like Chase and Show will choose to pass all the way back towards Hunter Morse. Spartans now on the right side of the field, crossing back over to the left, still in the defensive half, about 15 yards from the midline. Bad reception of the pass from Michael Miller. Bounces off his head and it goes right towards the Wolverines. Clear for the Wolverines. Will land back at Michigan State's feet, rather. Evan Rasmussen trying to put some pressure on it, trying to get the ball back in the offensive half. Spartans have more space, though, and they'll pass it over towards the right side. Restart.
Nice control there by the Spartans.
Attempted clear by Declan Gaffney. Bounces off of the face of one of the Spartans. Take the header like a champion. Another attempted clear, and now they're going to say Wolverines have the ball.
Yeah,
that was a foul on Louis Salah.
The Ultras were getting a little upset over there. They didn't get the call initially, but
call came in later. Louis Salah, his first foul of the game. And that corner kick will be taken by, no, sorry, not corner kick. Free kick will be taken by Mark Ibarra. Right in front of the Ultras at the half line on the left wing. Sent into the penalty area looking for Rasmussen. Just too far above Rasmussen. Michigan State will head it away. And a series of headers will bring it down the left wing for the Spartans. Bucknor trying to put the pressure on the Spartans, trying to keep in the offensive zone. Unsuccessful. Stretch pass. Ryan Schultz will head it back into the offensive zone for the Wolverines, but Michigan State maintains control. Some fancy footwork by Jack Beck. First makes a defender slip, and then makes Jason Bucknor trip him up. That's a foul, and the Spartans will have a free kick 5 yards from the half line on the defensive side on the left side of the pitch, near side.
Yeah, Jack Beck's really showcased his footwork early in this contest. Had a couple nice moves to slip up some Wolverine defenders.
Stretch pass on the free kick taken by Chase Inshow. That'll sail out of bounds for a goal kick taken by Hayden Evans. Substitution here. Coming in is number 10 for Michigan State Spartans. We'll tell you who that is. That is Olu Ogunwale. For Connor Brazil, I remember Ogunwale from his showing 2 years ago. Had a couple of looks for the Spartans, but in the last Battle of the Bear 2019, it was a 2-0 game after 2 straight goals from Nebojsa Popovich. Captain of the team, no longer here after 2019. Stretch pass runs into the hands of Hunter Morse. Spartans have the ball. He's calling everyone towards the right side again.
Yeah, he loves that right side of the pitch. And like I mentioned earlier, the Spartans' offense has really improved throughout this game. They haven't quite gotten any of their chances to go, but they've done a much better job of controlling the ball, eliminating some of those mistakes they had earlier, creating better chances.
We haven't really seen any dangerous looks for the Wolverines since that goal went in.
Yeah, they've had a couple nice crosses since then, but no real serious chances outside of that one shot that was deflected.
20 minutes remain here. Wolverines still up 1-0 after the own goal. Clear by the Spartans, goes out of bounds pretty much at the exact halfway line on the right side. Bucknor will take the throw-in. This throw-in does go towards the Wolverines, Broche, but he's wrestled off the ball, and the Spartans will have control on the near side.
Spartans defense forcing a lot more turnovers out of the Wolverines.
That is true. Nice footwork by Bucknor. Gets around a defender, but he can't get past the second. Bad pass by the Spartans. Wolverines have the ball in the offensive zone, and they have numbers. Pass from Rasmussen towards Buka. Knocked away by an outstretched leg of a Michigan State defender. Man's flexible.
Yeah, like I mentioned, those Spartans have been creating turnovers. That's a chance that the Wolverines had there, and you'd love to see them capitalize on that, at least get a shot on goal.
Michigan State Spartan and a Wolverine stumble over each other. They'll call that a foul on the Wolverines. And taking the free kick about 4 yards in front of the half line on the right side, right in front of the Ultras, are the Spartans. Goes into the penalty box on the right side, headed away by the Wolverines. Ball still looking for who has control, and that'll be the Wolverines. Derek Broche with some nice passes towards Kevin Buka. Moves it towards Rasmussen on the left wing. Wolverines and Spartans will battle for control. Moving forward up the pitch on the far side. Wolverines have it now, surrounded by 2 defenders. Spartans take it back into the center circle. Spartans have a chance. They look like they have the numbers.
They've got some space here.
Ogunwale. Pardon me, that's Will Perkins. On the left side, bad pass from the Spartans, lands at the feet of Umar Farouk Osman. He'll try to maintain control and keep things going for the Wolverines as he's surrounded by 3 Michigan State defenders. He'll choose to pass it back, and the Wolverines will send it over to the left side of the pitch.
Spartans reining that defensive pressure back a little bit from where they had it earlier.
You have the usual suspects of Ybarra, Schultz, and Declan Gaffney. Back halfway between the goal line and the half line in the defensive side. Gaffney has it on the left wing. Bad pass, intercepted by the defense. Spartans have the ball now in the center circle. Running towards the right side is Miller. He'll pass towards it. Ogunwale on the right.
Yeah,
Sending it backwards now are the Spartans.
Daly has opted to put number 10, Osman, in the middle recently.
Jack Beck, shot from about 35, 40 yards out. That'll sail harmlessly out of bounds on the right side. Goal kick for Hayden Evans. Beck has a strong shot. He was the one who took the dangerous chance earlier, the one that went high and left. Another shot for him now.
Yeah, Beck's made some nice plays tonight. Like I mentioned earlier, he's made a couple of guys miss on the Wolverines, and he's gotten some chances for the Spartans. Some other players got to step up and create some more offense.
Mark Ibarra, usually a midfielder, playing a lot more of center back role tonight. He's in the back now, sending it forwards towards the left side. Couple passes, this one just out of reach of Rasmussen, grabbed by Hunter Morse.
Yeah, and with Osman playing more that center role, that facilitator role, they're letting Ibarra play back and facilitate from more of that center back position, like you said.
That's true. Osman is technically on the roster as a defender, playing much farther up this time. More of a midfield role. He kind of switched that up with Ibarra. Wolverines, strong tackle by Bryce Blevins. Ref says no foul, play on. And a clear from Jason Bucknor goes all the way into the offensive zone towards the penalty box on the Spartan side. But Spartans left control as there was no one there from the Maze. Moving up the right side of the pitch are the Spartans. They'll choose to retreat. Evan Rasmussen putting some pressure here on him, making them send a long cross over towards Miller just on the offensive side of the pitch. And that went out of bounds off of, off of Michael Miller. He's saying he didn't go out of bounds, but the ref's saying he did. So it'll be a throw-in for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Bucknor has done a great job applying pressure along the sideline here, creating some turnovers.
Something he hasn't done well are throw-ins, and yet he's still doing them, so we'll see how he does here. Looking for it now. Taking a little bit of liberty with the spot on the ball, about 10 yards up. Throws it up off of Blevins' chest. Blevins unable, Broche's chest. Broche unable to control it. Spartans send it up into the air on the left side. Mutadu bodies Bucknor off of the ball. Spartans have controls in the center of the offensive half. Pass towards the right side. Very bad pass. It curved away from its intended target towards the left. Wolverines have a throw-in.
Yeah, that was a great chance for the Spartans. I think Salah thought he had a guy cutting in there. Did not, and the pass sails errantly out of bounds.
Quinn Rogers, usually a starter. He started all 11 games last year as a freshman. A Big Ten all freshman team. Going in for Umar Farouk Osman. A substitute made by Michigan. Gianni Ferry in for Zach Babiak. Wolverines throw-in falls to Michigan State again. When you have possession of the ball, you can't just be giving it up like that. Michigan State running through the center of the circle now. Pass towards the left, gets past the defender, and it looks like it will roll out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Hayden Evans. Just a bit too much heat on that pass. Miller unable to get to it. Evans now, waiting for the ball to get back to him. Quinn Rogers in, very exciting. Nice to see him as always. Yeah, Michigan fans have really gravitated towards that guy.
He was a difference maker for the Wolverines last year, like you mentioned, all Big Ten freshman.
Talking with the ref is talking with Hayden Evans, potentially about, I guess, the spot of the ball.
Interesting to see what they do with Ibarra here, if they bring him back to that middle role facilitating, or if they throw Rogers in there.
That's true. Rogers is in the spot that Ibarra usually is, center back. He's controlling play, sending it over towards Brendan Callow on the right side. Callow kicks forward, looking for Derek Broche. Unsuccessful, pass a little bit too far to the left. Rasmussen gets control for the Wolverines, uses his body to get in between a Spartan and the ball so that the ball kicked by the Spartan will roll out of bounds.
Yeah, great use of the body there, to, like you mentioned, to prevent the Spartans from keeping that one in play.
Quinn Rogers does have one goal on the season, that is his, and one assist as well. That assist at Chicago against Chicago State, and that goal in the season opener against Oakland. Spartans with control of the ball on the far side now. 13 minutes remain in this 1-0 game.
Yeah, outside of the Wolverines' hot start, this game's gotten a lot tighter. I feel like both teams are playing fairly even so far. Obviously, an own goal, it's very easy to kind of fall apart after that, but the Spartans have rallied since that own goal and really picked up their play.
Mushtaba Al-Hasnawi coming in for the Wolverines now. And he's coming in for Jason Buckner. Buckner never plays a full game, but mark my words, he will return in the second half. He always does. Wolverines have control of the ball on the far side. Unable to get through three defenders is Derek Broche.
Spartans with a chance here.
Yep, on the left side, moving in towards the penalty box. Back with it now is Will Perkins, sending across to Beck. Strong kick, that deflects off of Michigan State player. And it goes up high over the crossbar.
Yeah, sailed a little high there. Hayden Evans definitely in position for that one, though.
Ooh, they're saying it went off a Michigan player. I saw one of the Michigan State players in front of the shot duck down. I guess it deflected off a Wolverine. And now it'll be the first corner kick for the Spartans. It'll be taken by Jack Beck on the right wing, far side.
Yeah, big opportunity here for the Spartans. Got to give your guys a chance here with this
Beck
one.
signaling he's ready. Sends it in towards the box. A header up and just wide. Taken by, that header was taken by, looks like, Farai Mutatu. He is not happy with how that played out.
But if you're the Spartans, I mean, that's a great opportunity. Beck with a tremendous cross there from the corner kick. And they had a shot just a little off net.
Pulselli and Leone in for Rasmussen and Broche.
A lot of substitutions happening here.
Well, if you're a usual soccer fan, you will know that there are only 3 substitutions allowed in the big leagues. But here in the NCAA, you have no limit.
Yeah, and so Chakadele is going to take advantage of that and give his guys some breathers when they need it, and let some of his fresh legs get out there and get some run.
You can see Michael Leone with the fresh legs, able to chase down that ball on the left side. Michigan State defender having to kick it out of bounds instead of being able to play it because that pressure from Michael Leone.
Yeah, and that can be a big difference there. I mean, if you've got a guy that just comes into the game, hasn't been playing for these last 30-so minutes, that they're going to have a better chance at running down some of these balls here.
Yeah. Throw-in goes backwards on the right side. They'll cross the field over towards Kevin Buka. Buka, one of the smallest players on the Wolverines. In fact, maybe the shortest. Offensive opportunity, a shot off the post! Sails a little bit wide and off the post. The Wolverines had a chance.
Great chance there for the Wolverines. Just missed there.
Derek Broche, ball fell right at his feet in front of the goal. He had a couple of defenders in front of him, so he knew he had to put it wide. Didn't get the curl on it that he wanted to, and it goes off of the post.
Yeah, and that initial pass deep into the offensive zone for the Wolverines kind of got kicked back into Broche, and he was alone and had a chance there. Just couldn't connect.
They're calling a foul on unknown. Calling foul on Mark Ibarra. Mark Ibarra pleading his case with the ref. Unsuccessfully. Fans believe that the player chose to dive to mitigate the offensive opportunity for the Wolverines. Regardless, the ref did not agree. That free kick goes high and wide into the offensive zone. No one able to touch it. Wolverines have the ball back. 10 minutes now remain in the first half for the Wolverines. They now lead They still lead 1-0 after the own goal in the first couple minutes. That goal since then still not credited towards any one player, confirmed as an own goal.
Yeah, and that penalty was a big penalty for the Wolverines. They still had a little bit of a chance there. The Spartan defense was reeling, a little out of position. Huge for the Spartans to be able to kind of reset.
They most certainly did. Brennan Callow on the left side, passing the ball forwards. With control of the ball is Christian Pulselli, taken from his feet. Spartans have the ball in the center circle, moving in towards the left. Ibarra able to body the Spartan off the ball. Nick Stone goffed up the ball towards Ibarra. Wolverines cross towards Hasnaoui on the right side. Mostabal Hasnaoui moving towards the center of the pitch. Blevins gearing up with a strong kick. That goes just high and wide. Did the defender get his glove on it? Did the goalie get his glove on it? They are saying no, it'll be a goal kick for Morse. That one so close to the top left corner there.
Just high there. Strong shot from Blevins. I don't know that Morse was going to be able to stop that one from going in.
Looks like it was just a little bit too high out of his reach. Would have been a goal had it just been a couple feet towards the right. Morse gearing up for a kick. Wolverines, after being dormant since the first 5 minutes, showing their offensive powers here.
Yeah, they've had a couple real nice chances in these last 5 minutes or so. It's been nice to see their offense really picking it up again.
Substitution coming in for the Spartans. Well, sorry, let me just start with coming out first is number 23, Luis Salah. Going in appears to be number 16. We'll give you a name on that when we have it. Goal kick. Taken out of bounds by the Spartans after a battle back and forth. That is Kellen Landefeld in for the Spartans.
It's a great name.
Yeah, it is Kevin Landefeld. I'm a fan of that. Oh, your name is Kellen too.
Yeah, I thought you might pick up on that one there, Josh.
I didn't, I'm sorry. Moving in with the ball now are the Spartans on the left wing near side, trying to get something going. They'll choose to retreat, pass it back towards Morse. Hunter Morse kicks it up in the air. Off of the body for the Spartans. They have control of the ball, but 3 defenders for the Wolverines putting pressure, pinning the ball in between the sideline and the ever-present Michigan defense. Spartans will pass all the way back towards the defensive zone, choose to restart.
Wolverines got 4 back, just trying to keep everything in front of them here.
Attempted clear, unsuccessful. Spartans have control of the ball still. On the right side with it now, about halfway into the offensive zone. They'll choose to back pass towards the midline and switch sides of the field. Moving it over to Will Perkins on the left side. Advancing is Al Hasnaoui.
Spartans got to get the ball to Beck. He's been the one making plays for him on offense.
Calling for the pass are the Spartans. Looks like Nick Stone with the ball back towards Perkins. Perkins, it's taken away by the Wolverines. Kicked up high on a clear. Leone can't come down with it. Spartans will have the ball. Perkins passes back. The Spartans will reset. 15 yards behind the half line in the center of the pitch. They'll pass in towards the center circle. Now on top of the center circle.
Yeah, Wolverines not applying too much defensive pressure, even just past that midline. Interesting strategy.
Strong pass from the Spartans, intercepted by the Wolverines. Good defensive positioning. He knew the pass was coming, and he chose to set himself up there. Leon looking for a chance on a one-on-one. Ball sails to the left. Still in a dangerous opportunity. Couldn't get past the two defenders. Spartan kicks it in towards the stands. Remember, if you're by where the Ultras sit, you're going to need to pay attention to the ball. You are at pitch level.
Yeah, got to always be focused on the game down there.
That
Never know
ball
when
hits a
something's
fan.
gonna come at you.
Cameron Martin going in for Bryce Blevins. Blevins has been very offensive. Now only 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Cameron Martin, rather.
Yeah, Wolverines have an opportunity here. Ball deep in the Spartans' defensive zone. See if they can get a shot on net.
Throw in from the left side, up high and towards the penalty box. A header, another header, that one taken by Ybarra. And Mostabal Hasnaoui, rather. And it sails into the gloves and chest of Morse. There will be no chance. I don't think that Mostabal Hasnaoui got all he wanted on that header opportunity.
Yeah, no, that ball just kind of fell right into the hands of Morse. Not really too threatening there.
Well, Spartan's trying to get something rolling. With the ball is Pulselli moving in towards left, switches field possession to the right. Intercepted by the Spartans. Hasnaoui not letting them get too far offensively. Potential interception there by Quinn Rogers, unsuccessful. Wolverines will have to clear the ball all the way back down to where there is no one. Spartans maintain control on the right side of the field, crossing the midfield line now.
Wolverines bringing everyone except Leon back on that defensive side.
Michigan defense forcing the Spartans to move back. There are 4 minutes left in this first half. Wolverines still lead 1-0. They also lead the shot count 7-3, and the corner kicks count 3-1. Slide tackle by the Spartans almost gets the ball, except for another slide tackle by Schultz. Takes it right back away. Stretch leading pass towards Leon, unsuccessful. Spartans have the ball. Will Perkins has been just up and down the field on the left side, hasn't he?
Yeah, Perkins has been everywhere on this left side of the field, making plays on both the offensive and defensive sides.
Kevin Buka, like I was saying before, a much smaller player towards the lower half of the 5-foot spectrum, but still he uses his speed and his agility to get into places where other attackers might not be able to and get himself into positions that defenders don't always see.
Yeah, you can just tell he's really quick. He's able to change directions really quickly and do a good job of, like you said, slipping into these areas and making fast movements.
He also was in my chemistry class.
Fun fact.
Yeah. 3 minutes here remaining in the first half. Running down the field with it now on the right side are the Spartans. They're going in towards the penalty area. A cross opportunity cleared away by Schultz. That'll be a throw-in for the Spartans, rather. Almost a chance there for Gianni Ferri. Pass just a little too slow, and Schultz was able to clear it away. That was a dangerous opportunity for the Spartans.
Yeah, Spartans threatening late in this first half here. That was a tremendous opportunity. They just couldn't quite convert. Wolverines able to take some of the speed off that pass and then just boot it out of bounds.
Here comes the throw-in. 15 feet away from the baseline on the right side. That throw-in is headed away by Declan Gaffney. And now it'll be a corner kick, their second of the game on the right side, taken by Jack Beck.
This might be the most threatening opportunity the Spartans have had so far.
They're lining everyone up in a pretty much direct line down the center of the pitch. See what happens here. Beck signaling he's ready. Kick in towards the center. Headed away by the defense.
Great play by the Wolverine defense there to clear that one. Spartans will retain it, but that's a tremendous play to prevent an immediate opportunity.
Another attack opportunity headed away by Pulselli. Wolverines have the ball now. Buka didn't get everything he wanted on that pass, but a slide tackle here sends Quinn Rogers up high into the air. He comes down hard on his ankle. Wolverines have already sustained one ankle injury so far this game. They're giving a yellow card to the Spartan here. I'll tell you who that was in a moment.
Yeah, that's a hard fall there for Rogers. Had a potential opportunity there.
Jack Beck on the slide tackle was the one who got the card. Joel Harrison led the team in was one of the leaders in the team on offense. He did quite well back in the day, but against Chicago State, he was backpedaling, hurt his ankle, walking around in a boot now. Wolverines want to avoid another injury to a strong offenseman as much as they can. Kick high into the air in the penalty box, headed away by the Michigan State defense. That'll be a a throw-in, and it'll be one for the Wolverines, taken by Moshtaba Al-Hasnaoui.
Minute 30 left here in the first half.
Kevin Buka being the next attacker in. Send it in towards Blevins. Pardon me, that's not Blevins. That is Christian Pulselli on the right side.
Wolverines got to have a better attack there to end the half. Can't just throw that one away.
Bounces out of bounds on the right side. Michigan State will have a throw in. That one headed by Schultz. Wolverines might have one more chance here. Leon gets the ball. Nice spin move around. Jack Beck. Beck being cautious now that he already has a yellow card. Ybarra with a chip shot. Looking for Rasmussen. Kick goes wide.
That was a couple tremendous passes there. One to corral it by the Wolverines, and then Ybarra just floating it over the top to give the Wolverines a chance.
That was quite a chip shot, and they're calling it offsides on Michigan. That shot, if it was a goal, wouldn't have counted anyways. 1 minute, 30 seconds remain here in the first half. And then we'll be handing it off to Albert and Abe, two more commentators making their WCBN sports game debut. Moving in towards the right side is Wolverines, looking for one more chance here with 15 seconds left. Counting down is the clock still. 10 seconds. Will there be anything more on this attack? Throw in by Moshabal Hasnawi, headed away by Michigan State. And the ball will come down harmlessly. That'll be the half. So, Wolverines here at halftime lead 1-0 after an own goal. Still no player has been credited with it, making me assume that it's still an own goal. There's been a yellow card on Jack Beck. What have you seen from the Wolverines and the Spartans that you really like so far, Kellen?
Wolverines started off really well, able to prevent the Spartans from getting anything going early, obviously created chances, and even though they couldn't put one in, when you have the ball around the net, good things will happen, and they get an own goal on the Spartans. Michigan State, since the goal, has really rallied, didn't get too far down on themselves, really evened out, got some chances of their own, just couldn't convert. But to close the half there, I think the Wolverines played strong, gave themselves some more chances to put some more points on the board.
Michigan doubled the Spartan shots, 6-3. 3 saves by the Spartans. No shots went on goal for the Spartans, so no saves made by the Michigan goaltender. 1 goal scored by the Wolverines. That was the own goal. And then corners are led 3-2 by Michigan. What is something that you're looking to see from these two teams as they head in towards the second half? What will secure Michigan this win, and what will get Michigan State the win back? Well,
for starters, like you just mentioned, Michigan State has 0 shots on net. So to win a game, you're going to need to get some shots on net, especially because Michigan already has a goal here. You've got to create some chances for yourself, some high-quality looks, and they just haven't been able to do that. And that's a credit to the Michigan defense. Michigan defensively, especially after their first goal, has started to bring back the pressure a little bit and let the Spartans come to them, not trying to get burned by any quick breaks by the Spartans.
Well,
U of M just needs to continue what they've been doing. They've given themselves some chances on the offensive end. They've played solid defensively, holding the Spartans to 0 shots on goal. So they just got to keep up what they're doing, and they'll get some more chances to score.
So you're telling me that the second half will rely on Michigan's defense?
I am. That's what I'm telling you right here, right now.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. Please stick with us for the next, let's call it 11.5 minutes of radio silence. Soon you'll have Abe and Albert making their WCBN debuts. That's all for us. For Kellen, my name is Joshua Tenzer. Please stay tuned.
All right, welcome back to the University of Michigan Soccer Stadium. Albert and Abe are calling the second half. My name is Abe. I will be play-by-play here with Albert. Albert, how are we feeling about that first half?
I think the Wolverines were in control for basically all of it. I mean, the Spartans never threatened. So, if I'm the Spartans here, you need to create more moments of creativity. You need to try the extra through ball, to put more balls in the box, go for goal from outside the box, and try to manufacture one moment to get an equalizer and eventually a result here.
Yeah, Michigan got the own goal in the first half, so they'll be looking to finish the game with their first clean sheet of the season. I think that can be something that the defense takes pride in. All right. We are about ready for the start of the second half. Michigan in their yellow jerseys, blue shorts, yellow socks, coming out against the all-white Michigan State. Great atmosphere here today. It's just an absolutely packed student section, very crowded section. I overheard the usher on the way in telling me it was standing room only today. So fantastic showing by the fans for a blue out. Evan Rasmussen stands over the ball and is getting ready to kick off the second half for the Wolverines. Albert, who's going to score the second goal in this game?
I'm going to say it's Rasmussen. He's had a lot of touches, just missed the goal the first half around the 30th minute, and I think the Spartans' turnovers issue will continue. I think Rasmussen will find the back of the net.
Rasmussen did have that goal against Indiana and the assist on the game winner. There we go. All right. Rasmussen kicks it off back to Ibarra, and Ibarra kicks it down far to the right side. Headed out. Buckner up, and Michigan State has regained possession in the midfield. Kicks it out right to number 18, to Miller. Miller on the right wing. Kicks it in the box. Ooh, and that is very close. Just about 3 yards wide of the post. That's the kind of creative play we need to see from Michigan State here.
It's good to see that from the Spartans to open up this half.
All right, it is a goal kick. I think even 30 seconds into the second half, that's the most concrete scoring opportunity Michigan State has had all day. So, Hayden Evans gets ready to kick it off. Standing over his 6-yard box, right in the middle. Kicks it out wide to Ryan Schultz. Schultz on the right wing, kicks it deep, trying to get to Rasmussen. Headed clear, jack back for the Spartans. Out. And in the midfield, jack back. Back to the left wing. The Spartans still have possession. Right back to number 12. Back out right to Miller. Miller passes it back to Ogunwale, who stayed in from this first half. Osman back in. Takes the possession in the midfield. Right at the center circle. Back to Ibarra. Ibarra up to Broach. Broach kicks it out left. That's Gaffney outside of the penalty area. And defended fantastically by number 12, Nick Stone. That's a fantastic defensive effort, and he was able to win himself a goal kick. It's good defense to start out the half.
Yes, it is. It's also good to see the Wolverines maintaining their attack. In this situation, a lot of teams will fall back to being too conservative, and before you know it, you're in your own defensive third for the entire half, just playing defense, hoping the other team doesn't score. So it's good the Wolverines are keeping that offensive mindset.
All right, Hunter Morris kicks it out wide left, up to number 16, Kellen Landfield. And Osman has regained possession in the midfield, but Jack Beck takes it back. Up in the middle, and the Wolverines have regained possession with Gaffney. And all the way back to Hayden Evans. Hayden Evans picks it up and rolls it right back out to Schultz. Schultz in his own penalty area kicks it up to Buckner. Buckner on the right wing. And that is out of play. It's going to be a throw-in to the Spartans. And Will Perkins will take that throw-in into Jacob Cromer, who is starting for the red-carded Michigan State player, Jack Zuga, who got a red card last match.
It's a tough loss for Michigan State, conceding with that red card in the 87th minute against Penn State, and still looking for their first conference win. So A comeback's needed here in Ann Arbor.
Another throw-in that's in the middle. Miller has it in possession for the Spartans. And Dylan Buckner is defending. Good job by Jason Buckner. Concedes another throw-in for Michigan State. Will Perkins will take that as well. Right on the left wing, right outside the penalty area. They're looking for a long throw, and Will Perkins will throw this one in. He launches it into the center, try to get the heads on it, and Michigan does a good job of clearing it. And Rasmussen clears it again. And a great job by Buka. Overhead kick it out. And Buka looks to continue it on the left wing. But it is regained by Michigan State. Miller tries to take it on the right wing. Gets it right back to Ogunwale. And now Michigan State has it in the midfield. Ferry and back out to Buka, who kicks it deep. Tries to get out of the zone. Rasmussen tangled up. Michigan State has it back in the midfield, right around the center circle. Tries to kick it out left. Michigan State brings it up the left wing, sends a ball into the box, and Michigan State has it, and that is a goal! Number 9, Farai Mutatu has slotted it into the bottom right-hand corner, and Michigan State is level. That is fantastic play, the most incisive play we've seen yet by Michigan State.
As we said, more balls into the penalty zone. It might not look good, it might be risky, but that's just what happens at the collegiate level. You got to put balls in the attacking zone and give your team a chance to score. That's what the Spartans have done all half, and just like that, 4 minutes in, it's not at all.
We are level. The Michigan State fan section is showing their support, the loudest they've been today. And a great turn on the outside of the penalty area by Mutatu to free himself of the defense. We've got ourselves a ball game here, Albert.
Opened up just like the first half, except the other way, but here we go.
All right, we are 1-1. We are level here. There's 40 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. Remember, the clock does stop in collegiate soccer. Rasmussen kicks it off, back to Ibarra. Ibarra out wide to Buckner. Buckner on the right wing, takes it back. And Schultz kicks it deep, trying to connect with Rasmussen. Rasmussen does take possession. Down to Buka, attempted and cleared. Good job by Ogunwale. Buka back on the left wing. Buka tries to slither around the defense, gets it in, and Michigan State has to concede a corner kick. That is Chase Inshow with the corner. Michigan State will take a corner out from the right wing, left wing. From the left wing. Tough to see from our vantage point, but it looks like it's going to be Ibarra taking it with number 11, Bryce Blevins, in support. Maybe looking for a short corner there. Ibarra stands over the ball. It's an in-swinger, looking for the heads, and punched away. Oh, and almost back in by Derek Broach. He just missed the header wide. Very decisive by the goalkeeper for Michigan State, but Hunter Morse missed the initial punch, which gave Broach an opportunity to head it back in. It's a goal kick for the Spartans, and Hunter Morse will look to kick it deep.
I don't think Chaka Daly is going to be very happy with the Wolverines opener this half. It shouldn't have taken a goal for them to stay attacking. They should have opened up the same way they are playing now, and it was a wake-up call for them conceding that easy goal.
And Ferry has it back down on the left side, and Michigan has to concede another corner. Brendan Callow has to kick that out, and Michigan State has looked the far dominant side in the second half. It looks to be Miller, Michael Miller, taking the corner for the Spartans. Different than the first half, where Jack Beck was taking him. Jack Beck has the yellow card to his name. Michael Miller will look to swing it in. It's a low header. And bodies collide in the box. And Chase Inshow has it on the right side. Good defense from Rasmussen. Inshow looks to kick it back in. And that's another corner for the Spartans. Kevin Buka kicks it out. We have another corner for the Spartans. It is this time going to be Jack Beck, maybe to get a little more air under the kick. Hayden Evans is barking out instructions to his team. It's a short corner. Back out to back. Who kicks it back into the area. And that's another goal! Another goal by the Spartans. Fantastic play. And look at that. A goal by Michigan State to make it 2-1. They celebrate in the corner of the field. They hype up the fans. And Michigan has an uphill battle to climb back.
That's how quickly it can change. I mean, like I said, Michigan State followed exactly what I said coming out of the half, and Michigan did the opposite. Michigan fell way too defensive, conceding corners at an alarming rate, and that's what happens at soccer. You put the ball in the box, there's going to be opportunities, and you'll score. So Michigan's got to figure it out here.
Nick Stone with the goal, coming all the way from defense. It's his first goal of the season. Not often do you see your center backs coming up in the corners and kicking the ball in. Usually they're good with the head, but wow. Not even 8 minutes in, and Michigan finds itself in a 2-1 deficit. This is really going to show what this team is made of.
So now the roles are reversed. It's going to be the same thing for the Spartans and the same thing for the Wolverines. The Wolverines need to be more creative. They need to do what the Spartans have done in these first seven or so minutes. And the Spartans need to stay attacking, get the third goal, and get the win. You don't stop at 2-1. You don't try to play it safe. You keep attacking, you get that third goal, and you solidify the lead.
The Wolverines look a little bit bewildered out there, waiting for the referee to come back and signal that it's okay to kick off. This is not the same Wolverines team we saw in the first half. The senior leadership with Mark Ibarra, the captain, needs to shine through here. We have a throw-in on the side. Jason Buckner will throw it in. He throws it up to Broach. Broach controls it. Kicked away by Beck. Up to Cromer. All the way to the left wing. The Spartans have it. Kicking it up, and that's going to be an easy take for Hayden Evans in the goal. Hayden throws it out to Schultz on the right wing. Looks to kick it deep to Broach. It's headed away. And Michigan State seems to have possession on the left wing. Kicks it out to the middle. Back to back. Back. Some fancy footwork. Still has possession. It's fantastic footwork by Jack Beck. Over to the right wing to Ogunwale. Up to Miller. This is fantastic passing from Michigan State. All the way up to the right side. Mutatu has the ball. And that is great defense from Brennan Callow. Michigan State does still have possession on the right wing with Miller. Miller looks to dribble it in. Pass it back out. And an overhead kick. Wow. Very ambitious from Mutatu. Try to bicycle from about 18 yards out. You don't see that many times.
No, you don't, but that's a sign of where the momentum is in this game. I mean, the Wolverines aren't trying bicycle kicks.
The Wolverines played out from the back. Schultz. Schultz looks to kick it down deep to Rasmussen. Rasmussen heads it up to Broach. Broach kicks it down to Buka. Oh, I'm sorry, not Buka. That's Blevins. All right, back into the center to Osman. Osman kicks it out to Buka. Buka looks to control it, but it's headed away by Ogunwale. Buka has the ball outside of the penalty area. He shoots, and it's an easy save for Hunter Morse. That's better from the Wolverines, though.
Yes, it is.
The Wolverines are trying to play it out of the back a little bit, but those the tall frame, the 6'3" frame of Rasmussen makes it easy to kick it up to the forwards. Down by Ibarra, Jack Beck has it. Just a scramble in the midfield for the ball. Rasmussen takes control. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Rasmussen's on a breakaway. Rasmussen, and he's tackled. No foul, says the referee. Wow. No foul, says the referee outside of the box. The crowd is livid. You hear the boos. And there will be a Michigan throw on the side. Albert, what you think?
I'm just going to say these are moments where the Spartans are grateful collegiate soccer does not have VAR, because that looked like a foul to me, Abe.
I agree, but we play on. All right, Michigan has a throw-in on the left side. Looks for a long throw similar to against Indiana. The ball bounces in the box, and that's a header away. Ibarra heads the ball back in, and that's a good take by the goalkeeper Morse. All right, there is 34 minutes and 45 seconds left. Michigan State is up 2-1. Michigan State has dominated the second half, scoring 2 goals. where Michigan's goal was scored in the first half by an own goal. Michigan State takes up the left wing, dribbles in with Will Perkins, has a great ball, but I think Ferry was offsides there, so that's a take by Hayden Evans and throws it out wide to Buckner. Buckner dribbles it up the right wing, passes up to Broach. Broach back in the midfield to Osman. Osman takes control, tries to connect with Rasmussen, but it's intercepted. Ibarra takes it back to Osman in the midfield. And Michigan State kicks it at their own player. However, Chase Incho has possession. Incho gets it to Jack Back. Jack Back kicks it all the way up to Miller, and that's a great run by Miller out to the right wing. Miller takes the ball, dribbling, coming in against Gaffney. A great overlapping run by Ogunwale, but Michigan defends it well, kicking it out. Ogunwale has the ball, gets it back to Miller. Miller dribbles. Ogunwale, back to Back. On the right wing, Back kicks it back to his central defenders, and Chase Incho will switch the attacking lane out to the left. That is Michigan State number 16, Kellen Landfield. Michigan has the ball. Michigan takes it back in the midfield, gets it out to the left side, but that's intercepted by Miller, and we have a Michigan State player down, and we will get the whistle for that. Looks to be an off-the-ball injury with Ogunwale.
Might have been a frustration shove by Rasmussen. It's really been a tale of two halves here in Ann Arbor.
I don't think the ref's eyes were on it. My eyes were not on it. We were on the ball, but he's still down, and it earned the ref's whistle. So it does look like the frustration is starting to show for the Wolverines. The Spartans looking to get their first win in Big Ten play. This is a big game for them. Oh, and the ref is going over to look at the monitor, it seems, for a potential serious infringement. All right. With this break in action, we want to take this time to plug our future broadcasts. We at WCBN have the broadcast this Saturday against Nebraska. That's going to be in Lincoln. You can hear us on the call for that on our YouTube channel. You can also listen to us daily from 6 to 6:30 on 88.3. We have our DSRs, and the referee has come back out and has made no signal yet. And Rasmussen seems to be getting a talking to by the referee. The referee just giving him a word of caution. And Ogunwale as well, just trying to sort things out.
It appears no card is being given here, but it's hard to tell from our viewpoint here.
All right, 33 minutes and 9 seconds left in this second half. Michigan State up 2-1. The goalie trying to plead his case for a more serious charge, but I don't think the referee's going to buy it. It looks like we're going to play on here. It's going to be a Michigan State goal kick if they can find the ball, which seems to have gone missing. All right, we like to kick it off here. It is going to be looks like it's going to be the goalkeeper kicking it off. It's going to be Hunter Morse looking to kick deep for the Spartans. The Spartans again looking for their first win in Big Ten play, trying to bolster their potential seed in the Big Ten tournament. Morse kicks it deep, out right to Miller. Miller looks to control it, and he almost does, but it is kicked out of play by Ibarra, and this is going to be a throw-in for the Spartans. Ogunwale will take the throw. And he throws it into Mutatu, who chests it down. And Michigan State has another opportunity, but that is kicked wide by number 11, Gianni Ferry. It's a good opportunity for Michigan State.
Still pressing, Abe. They're still pressing. Not a lot of adjustments from Michigan's side this half.
Michigan plays it out again from the back, up to Ryan Schultz. Schultz dribbles it and kicks it deep again, looking for Rasmussen. This looks like a pretty solid play for Michigan. But Michigan State has it back, and Back is looking to control it, but is shoved. Mutatu has the ball back. And the referee's going to call play back. He was playing advantage. Jack Beck looks pretty frustrated at that shove from behind, but Michigan State will receive a free kick from it. Not too advantageous of a position, but they have the ball around halfway. They can look for set piece.
Michigan's frustration's starting to grow, and it's pretty clear. Jack Beck's been having an unbelievable half. He has the assist. He's had some good balls through, and it's starting to grow in Michigan. That's the second shove we've seen, and Jack Beck's been creating scoring opportunities left and right. Michigan can't create anything. It seems like they're force-feeding Rasmussen on the offensive end. So something's got to give in this half. I think it's going to be 3-1 soon if nothing changes.
Michigan State has a throw-in from that free kick. They throw it into the box up to Mutatu, who turns his back to the goal, kicks it back to number 10, Ogunwale, who kicks it into the area to Ferry, who's surrounded by Michigan shirts. And Michigan is able to clear it out to Rasmussen, who's by himself. Back into the midfield, Ibarra has it. Kicks it out to Buka. Buka on the left wing. Looks to control the ball. And that is going to be a throw into Michigan State.
Fans are not happy with that one, Abe.
I think it's the right call, though. Ogunwale looks to be taking the throw for Michigan State. And will throw it up to Mutatu, who chests it down. Tries to dribble around Gaffney. And he wins the throw. Michigan State walking to the ball, seems to be taking their time. Oh, it's a free kick, actually. Hard to see from our vantage point. But it's going to be a free kick. Jack Beck's going to take it from Michigan State. He's going to look to take this with his left foot. Let's see if they have anything else drawn up like they did for that corner.
I expect them to go for a cross into the penalty area again here. They've had extreme success doing it. Michigan defense has given a lot of chances.
Ogunwale looks to be trying to get to the right wing. It's a ball in by Back, headed out by Michigan, and Michigan State will look to try to regain their attack. Number 22, Will Perkins, has it out to the left, and Michigan has conceded another throw. Michigan State has been dominant in possession this half and have controlled really the pace of the game. Ogunwale out on the right wing. Kicks it up to Miller, who loses possession to Buka. Buka kicks it out back to the midfield, and Michigan has possession with Osman. Osman kicks it back to Schultz. Schultz has it back to Callow. Michigan trying to play out from the back. Callow kicks it up to Rasmussen, tries to control it. In a tussle on the left wing, and it's going to go out for a Michigan State throw. Not too many offensive opportunities for Michigan this half.
No, it seems, I touched on this earlier, but they need to stop forcing the ball to Rasmussen and start using Buka to facilitate the offense. He's given some good balls before, but it's not really running through him. They're giving it to Rasmussen on every attack. The Spartans have realized that, and it's pretty easy to defend when you know it's coming.
Michigan State has the ball out on the far side. Chase Inshow kicks it back to the goalie, Hunter Morse. Morse kicks it up. Osman in a headed duel, and he wins the duel. However, Michigan State gets possession with Kellen Landfield. Michigan State looking to play out from the back. Kicks it up to Mutatu. Mutatu is out on his own on the right wing, matched up against Callow. Dribbling down the right wing, trying to get into the box, trying to get it onto his inside foot to shoot. He has some support in Miller, who he passes to on the right wing. Miller stands over the ball, back to Mutatu. And out off of Michigan State for a Michigan throw-in. That's good defense by Buka. Buka showing that intuitiveness, Albert.
Yes, great defending there by the team, too. Had a promising 2-on-2. Michigan State had the speed advantage, but the defense got back in time to stop that promising counterattack.
Let's see if Michigan tries to play out of the back like they have before. It doesn't look like they're going to. It looks like Hayden Evans is going to kick this one deep instead of Schultz to Rasmussen like we've seen the past couple goal kicks. Evans kicks it deep. Rasmussen goes up with his head, makes contact, however falls down to Michigan State, but Rasmussen gets the ball back. Schultz kicks it up. Broach back to Inshow. Michigan State has possession in the midfield, and Buka has stolen the ball in the midfield, and that is going to be a foul on Michigan State. Things are getting chippy out here. Buka was challenged very hard by Michigan State, and then after the play, a little coming together between Nick Stone and Osman, and we have seen a yellow card brandished here, I believe.
It is another yellow card for the Spartans.
All right, so that is a yellow card for Kellen Landefeld. That is now 2 Spartans who've been cautioned, Landefeld and Beck. So Michigan will make a substitution. Number 8, Inaki Rodriguez comes in for Kevin Buka. And also for Michigan State, Landefeld will come out, and number 23, Louis Sala, who started the game, will come back in.
Shows the importance of Jack Back for this Michigan State team. They were they immediately took out Landefeld on that yellow, but Jack Back's been out there playing on it for about 35 minutes now, and he's a piece they can't lose.
So we have Ibarra standing over the free kick, a 2-man Michigan State wall. Probably too far out to shoot, but you never know. Ibarra has the range. Ibarra is the only one looks to kick it with his right foot into the box, and he does. Kicks it in, and Rasmussen gets his head on it, but it goes way over the nets. That was a very good service in by Ibarra, just not quite the clinical finish that was needed from Rasmussen.
Might be one Rasmussen wants back.
So Hunter Morse will have the ball, and another goal kick for Michigan State. Hunter Morse in the neon green jersey with the face mask. Kicks it out. Jack Beck goes up, gets clean contact on the header, and a foul called by the referee on the header by Jack Beck. Beck will get some help up by the referee, and it's a Michigan State throw-in in the Michigan half.
Student section getting loud once again. Try to inspire this Michigan side for a second half comeback.
All right, Michigan State will take the free kick. It'll be Nick Stone standing over it, center back. Kicks it into the Michigan penalty area. No real threat. Callow heads it out. Osman, and Michigan State has regained possession with Jack Beck. Beck kicks it back to Stone. Stone up to the right side to Miller. Attempted to Miller, but it's going to be out for a Michigan throw. 26 minutes and 23 seconds left. It is 2-1 Michigan State. Both Michigan State goals coming in the first 8 minutes of the second half here. Michigan has the ball. Rodriguez out to Broach. Broach back to Ibarra up the left wing. Tries to get it back to Rodriguez, which he does, who mags Ogunwale into the area, and his cross is too far for Rasmussen. Rasmussen back in, and it's going to be kicked clear by Chase Inshaw. Michigan tries to regain possession on the right wing, however, it is out for a Michigan State throw. As a promising run from Inaki Rodriguez, the substitute. Michigan State has it in the midfield with Jack Beck, who does a couple skill moves, gets it back out to Will Perkins. Perkins loses possession. Broach has it on the right wing, who's being held up. No foul, says the referee. Back in the middle, Osman, and loses the ball. Now Michigan State has it on the break. Michigan State has it. It's Gianni Ferry who kicks it up to Mutatu. Mutatu looks to chip the keeper, and that is a fantastic save by Hayden Evans, keeping Michigan in this game. Just a freshman, but coming up big there, Albert.
The attackers let him down there. Sloppy turnover, and he bailed them out big time. Saved the game right there.
It's fantastic work by freshman Hayden Evans. Evans from McLean, Virginia. Played for Salford City in England. He actually won the EFL trophy as a sub. It's very impressive. He's also a Ross business major. Like to see, love to see that. All right, Michigan State has a corner, 2 hands up into the area, headed out by Callow and in by Jack Beck. That's a fantastic effort. However, it goes a couple feet wide, and that's going to be out for Michigan. Michigan goal kick. Evans stands over it. Michigan gets back in their formation. Looks to be a 4-4-2. Crowd, student section chanting a Go Blue chant as the goal kick goes up. Jack Beck kicks it back out, and Evans will take it at the edge of his penalty area. He's going to dribble up and kick it deep, looking for Broach. However, it is Will Perkins who gets it for the Spartans. A tussle in midfield, and Michigan State has control with Ferry. Ferry kicks it out left. Michigan State has it on the left wing. Back into Mutatu, and the goalkeeper's off his line. And that is fantastic defense by Ryan Schultz to save a goal. Hayden Evans was nowhere near his net with seemingly only Mutatu and the ball in front of him. That's a fantastic tackle to not give up the penalty and save the goal.
Another game-saving play, but the Wolverines are on thin ice here, Abe. Next time, it's probably not going to go that well for them. They need to figure this out. They can't drop back any more defenders, so they need to either get a good counterattack going or stop these turnovers.
Michigan State with the corner in, and no one makes contact. It is going to go out of play for a goal kick for the Wolverines. Two very promising attacks for the Spartans, but nothing to show for it. Still a 2-1 game. Nothing matters unless the ball gets into the net. Hayden Evans will kick it from his 6-yard box, looking to set up the Wolverines for an attack. It is 2-1 Michigan State. There's 22 minutes and 43 seconds left here as Mutatu is up on the left wing. All 3 goals scored by the Spartans today, 1 own goal. So it is 2-1 Michigan State as Nick Stone has it. Kicks it out wide to Ogunwale. Ogunwale up to Ferry on the right wing. Ferry back to Miller looking for the overlap. Back to Cromer in the midfield. Cromer takes it up. Back out to Miller on the right wing, has some space. Crosses it into the area, and that's a good take by Evans. Almost headed in, but Evans has taken the ball, gotten it back out wide to Buckner. Buckner dribbles through. Buckner is going free on the right wing. Buckner looks to continue his run, and it's good defense from Will Perkins out there to concede the throw.
The first we've seen of Jason Buckner this half. Played great in the first half. Good things were happening when the ball was in his hands, but we need to get Michigan needs to get the ball more in his hands and let him operate, let him show his talent as a freshman.
We have both number 16s coming into the game. We have Christian Polselli coming in for Broach, and we also have Kellen Landefield coming back in for Jacob Cromer. So Michigan has a throw-in on the far side in the Michigan State half. This is going to be Buckner throwing the ball in. Gets it up to Osman. Osman looks to make a move. Back to Buckner. Buckner out to the wing. Michigan still has it. And Michigan State has stolen possession in the midfield. Up to Mutatu, who's dribbling up the left wing with some pace. Mutatu gets it out to the left, all the way to Landefeld. Back to Mutatu in the midfield. And gets it back to his fullback, number 22, Will Perkins. Michigan State has it back with Perkins into the midfield with Beck. And Michigan gets a turnover there. Now Michigan looks to attack on the break. He has Rasmussen in the middle who has the ball. Back out to the side. Back out to Christian, but it is kicked out. Michigan still has possession. A left-footed shot in, which is almost spilled by the goalkeeper. But Michigan State comes out of that turnover unscathed. A little lucky, you have to say, but the
Wolverines need some more speed on the counterattack. I think that will come best from a sub. Maybe putting someone on like Michael Leon, adding some speed on the attack and opening up the offense a little bit.
All right, let's see if Chaka Daly has that same thing in mind. Michigan wins a free kick in the defensive half. It looks to be Gaffney standing over it from his left back position. He'll look to kick it deep. Michigan has Rodriguez, Rasmussen, Polselli, and Osman up there, as well as, all right, Ibarra kicks it right into his own defender, but Gaffney takes it back. Now Ibarra will be at left back for Michigan. He kicks it out of play. Michigan State looks to take it fast, but they'll give Michigan a second to recover. It's going to be Ogunwale taking it for Michigan State. In the midfield, a scrum for the ball. I'm just going to go out for a Michigan State throw. All right, it's going to be Ogunwale on the right wing for Michigan State. Michigan State has definitely looked the more attacking side in this half. As Ogunwale throws it into Beck. Beck gets it out to the left wing to Perkins. Perkins looks to take it inside. Perkins gets it into the middle, and that's a turnover by Fari. Michigan kicks it out, trying to counter with Rasmussen. Rasmussen gets it out to the side to Rodriguez. This is good for Michigan. Rodriguez takes it inside. Rodriguez looks for the ball. That's Christian Polselli. and it's going to be out on Michigan for a Michigan State goal kick. That was good counterattacking football for Michigan. That's the kind of positive football you need to see. Polselli and Rodriguez, the substitutes, coming in and providing a spark for Michigan.
Fantastic defending, though, by the Spartan defense. I mean, they're all over everything. The Wolverines have had some opportunities, but nothing of any real threat.
All right. We have a goal kick from Michigan State. It's going to be off the head of Gaffney. I don't think he was expecting that. It's going to be a foul on Michigan State. And it's going to be a free kick for Michigan in the defensive half. Might be a bloody nose for Gaffney later, but he looks to be shaking it off. It's going to be Osmond standing over the free kick. Osmond kicks it up, looking for Rasmussen's header, who does not get contact. However, Ibarra controls it for Michigan, kicks it out back to Schultz. Schultz kicks it out to the left wing to Rodriguez, intercepted by Miller, and kicks it out for a Michigan throw-in just inside the offensive half. It's going to be Gaffney throwing it in for Michigan, who throws it long, looking for Rasmussen, who does not get any contact with it. Michigan State kicks it out with Stone. Utatu in the midfield has possession from Michigan State, and Ogunwale boots it clear. It's going to be Hayden Evans trying to control it with his feet outside of his own penalty area. A little footwork from the goalkeeper. And out to Callow, who's going to play it into the midfield to Rodriguez. A great move by Rodriguez to keep possession. Rodriguez still has the ball. And Michigan State does take it back, only for a second though. Ibarra out to the right wing. It's going to be Buckner, all alone, no support over there. Back to Ibarra in the midfield. Up to Rodriguez, looking for the pass to Buckner, but it's intercepted. It's going to be Perkins on the left wing, taking it up for Michigan State. And it goes out for a Michigan State throw-in around the halfway line.
The motto of Michigan football's defense is bend, don't break, but I think if anyone's doing that tonight, it's Michigan State soccer team. They are giving up some good skills in the middle of the field, some good dribbles, missing some tackles, but the back line is not sacrificing anything. They're sturdy at the end, and Michigan just can't find a good chance.
2-1 Michigan State, 16 minutes left here in the second half. As Michigan looks to find an equalizer to go to 3-1 in Big Ten play. Michigan has the ball in the opposing half. It is Blevins, and he concedes a Michigan State throw. It's going to be Perkins with the throw-in. Michigan State's back line looking vastly improved from the first half, where Michigan had all the concrete chances, but now Michigan State has it jacked back to Ogunwale, right back. Ogunwale kicks it deep, looking for Mutatu, but Buckner's there, heads it away, falls down though. Beck has the ball, tries to get it infield to Fari, and Michigan has an injury, and it looks like that is Jason Buckner down.
Yes, it is. That's not a guy Michigan wants to see go down.
The freshman from Weston, Florida, has played and started in all 10 games this year. He's an Inter Miami Youth Academy product. Seems to be down. The training staff is running out to him over there on the far side.
These last 15 minutes are going to be very telling of both teams. The Spartans blew the game a couple days ago against Penn State in the 87th minute, and the Wolverines had some overtime heroics to clutch a game up in the extra period the other game. So those are likely indicative of a Wolverine push at some point, not necessarily a win, but the Wolverines are going to come hard in these last 15 minutes, and we're going to see a lot about both teams and see what gives.
Michigan was also down a goal against Indiana. They tied it with an 80th minute goal from Evan Rasmussen, and then scored the winner in overtime. So they have been known to participate in some late game heroics, but this is going to be really telling for the team. This is a team that had hopes of the NCAA tournament coming into the year. Some injuries. Mohamed Zaki and Joel Harrison have both been out the majority of the year. Those are fifth-year seniors, very integral parts of the team. So Michigan really needs this game at least to get a result to bolster their chances of moving up in the Big Ten standings.
Yes.
It looks to be maybe some cramping for Buckner. He seems to be drinking a lot of water, walking off under his own power. We'll see if Chakadeli makes a sub for him. It looks like he will. It seems to be number 19, Kevin Buka, coming back in the game. Michigan State also making a sub. Number 15, Jacob Kramer is coming back in for number 23, Sala. It's good to see Jason Buckner walking off under his own power, Albert, but you never like to see anyone injured on a soccer pitch.
No, you do not. And we're going to see here who wants it more. Big Bear Trophy's at stake. Late in these games, it's about endurance, it's about grit, who wants it more. The skill goes out the window, and we're going to see who wants it more here.
Hayden Evans kicks it long. It's headed around for a second, controlled by Mutatu. Michigan State has possession with Chase Incho. Kicks it back out to Buka. Buka kicks it up, looking for Blevins. Blevins controls it for a second, but it's out to Miller. Miller gets it to Mutatu, and a great slide tackle by Ibarra to regain possession. Inaki Rodriguez is calling for it on the left wing all alone. However, it's played through the midfield. Rasmussen does get control. Out to the left wing. Rodriguez has it now. Looking for an overlap. Rodriguez gets it into the area, looks to shoot, and that's a great take by the goalkeeper, Hunter Morse, to deny Michigan of an opportunity. Morse is down for a second. Yeah.
It appears we have another injury. Seems to be okay, though.
It's a very brave take by Hunter Morse. He's already got the face mask going, so seems to be protected around the eyes and the nose, but it's a good strong take to deny Blevins of a goal.
So also a great job by Rasmussen, almost Romelu Lukaku-esque, being able to front outside the 18-yard box against his defender's back or his chest, use his back, use his strength, his balance, and his poise to set up a good attack.
It's a great comparison, Albert. All right. It's kicked out by the goalie and out of play by Michigan State for Michigan throw. Michigan has to throw a little bit inside the offensive half. Looks like we're going to have some subs. It's going to be at number 7, Devin Broach is coming back in for number 16, Christian Pulselli. And we also have Quinn Rogers coming in. So we also have a Michigan State substitution. Number 14 is coming in.
Derek Broach, usually a sub on for Michigan, but has 3 goals this season, so they know what he can bring to the table here, and he's the right guy to put in this game to try to equalize it.
All right, we have a Michigan State throw pretty deep in their own area. It's going to be Ogunwale to take it. He throws it deep, looking for Mutatu. Mutatu defended by Rogers. Michigan has earned a throw. That's good play by Rogers. Rogers into Ibarra. Ibarra loses it to Miller. And it's going to be a throw for Michigan. Rogers throws it back to Callow. Callow gives it back to his center back partner, Schultz. Schultz looking to kick it up the middle. He looks for Rasmussen. Rasmussen goes up for it. Gets contact, but loses out to Beck in the midfield. Beck kicks it out, but only back to Rogers. Rogers has possession in the Michigan half. No pressure. Rogers kicks it back to Callow. Callow comfortable with it. Back to Gallo. Callow kicks it up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez back in the midfield to Ibarra. Ibarra and Rodriguez, a little 1-2. Ibarra looking for a pass. He finds Callow. Callow finds Schultz. A good string of passes here by Michigan. Some good possession. Rogers brings it up into the midfield. He looks for a pass to the right. He finds Buka. Buka outside of the area, looking for an overlapping run. It's Osman. And Osman gets tackled in the area. However, nothing doing, says the referee. It's going to be a corner for Michigan.
The right call there, but Wolverines almost caught a break.
I agree, it's the right call, but that's good attacking play by Michigan. A good string of passes. I think that's the longest string of successive passes we've seen. Michigan corner into the area. It's Rasmussen with the header, but it is over the net. That's good, clean contact.
Yeah.
However, you got to get that down.
Yeah, he'd want to do better with that one if he got a second chance. He's only 10 yards out, free header. That's a good chance for the Wolverines, though. Good sign.
You don't get too many free headers. All right, it is 2-1 Michigan State. There's 11 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second half. It's going to be a Michigan State goal kick. Hunter Morse. Morse kicks it up over the halfway line. Mutatu goes up for it, gets contact, but back to Rogers in the Michigan defense. Rogers kicks it back to Evans, who stands outside his 6-yard box. Ooh, a risky pass there, but Rogers deals with it cleanly. Back to Schultz. Schultz kicks it up, looking for Rasmussen. Rasmussen heads it on, and Kevin Buka intercepts it. Buka dribbles up the right wing. Good defense there from Chase Inshow for Michigan State to regain possession. Michigan State has it on the far side. Switch of play over to Miller on the right wing. Overlapping run by Ogunwale. Miller takes it in, makes a defender miss, and almost a fantastic solo goal by Miller. But in the end, all we get is a Michigan goal kick. It was a kick from just about 5 yards outside the box, outside the penalty area. Would have been spectacular.
Yes, it would have. And the Wolverines need to stop running everything through.
Oh, the goalkeeper's off his line. And a missed opportunity there from Mutatu, who with the correct chip could have extended Michigan State's lead. Michigan is playing to me a little bit like Burnley. Burnley with the big heads up at front. They got Chris Wood looking for the headers. But I think Rasmussen might have a goal in him. What do we think, Albert?
I don't know. With how they're playing right now, I don't see them scoring a goal. They're forcing it to Rasmussen every way up. When Michigan State's essentially double teaming him, they need to use their skill on the outside and try to cross balls in like they did on that corner which got them their best chance this half. So running it through Rasmussen's not going to get them their goal. He might score it, but he's not going to create the opportunity.
All right, a foul on Inaki Rodriguez after a brief bit of tussling in the midfield. It's going to be Michigan State goal kick. 2-1 Michigan State, 9 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the second half. Michigan needs a goal to salvage a potential overtime against their rivals in the Big Bear Trophy. It's a free kick in the Michigan half. Ogunwale takes it. Defended well by Rogers. Inaki Rodriguez looks to bring it up in the midfield. He finds a pass in Ibarra. Ibarra stays with it. Looks to kick it up to Rasmussen, who's all alone, surrounded by 3 white shirts, and is going to go out for a Michigan State throw-in. Rasmussen looks a little gassed, Albert.
Yep, and there's nothing there too. There's no point to kick that ball. There's literally 3 guys on Rasmussen, and you're much better off building it through the sides.
All right, Broach has it in the midfield, tries to dribble around 3 defenders, and that is going to be a foul on Michigan State. Broach, with a little bit of antics, but the referee says it was late. A yellow card is brandished to number 12, Nick Stone, and that's going to be a Michigan free kick in a very advantageous position, about 2 yards outside of the penalty area.
Broach was doing his best Trae Young impression out there, but it worked, and it's a huge opportunity for Michigan here.
All right, Ibarra looks to be the only one standing over it. 2 yards outside of the Michigan State penalty area, far to the left side. So it might be a little tough to go for goal, but you never know. Ibarra's got a little bit of magic in him. It's going to be a 4-man Michigan State wall as the referee tells them to move back. Hunter Morse is barking out instructions from his own goal.
A pass to Bryce Blevins might work here. He's pretty unmarked in the middle of the box.
All right. This might be the best chance Michigan has in the rest of the game. There's 8 minutes, 45 seconds left. Ibarra stands over it. He goes for goal, and that's a great defensive play. Michigan State's Chase Inshow heads it out. It was going for the far corner. It was bending in, and it goes out for, I believe, a Michigan throw.
Good power, connected well, just not enough height there for Ibarra.
All right, it is going to be a Michigan corner. My apologies. Michigan kicks it in, looking for a header. Callow with his 6'6" frame does not do it. Gets back out to Osmond. Osmond kicks it back into the area. The goalkeeper looks to take, and it's a goal! It's a goal, Brennan Callow! Callow scores! And the Michigan fan student section are running on the field. They're going wild here at the Michigan Soccer Stadium. A fantastic header with an assist by Osmond. just great use of his 6'6" frame. He almost got it on the corner, and everyone is going wild here. Wow. What do we think, Albert?
Once again, the Wolverines do it again. They find a way to tie it up in the late stages, and OT is looming unless this momentum can carry over in the last 8 minutes and get the Wolverines a victory in regulation time.
All right, goal scored. It is now 2-2. Goal by Brennan Callow and an assist by Umar Farouk Osman. Fantastic piece of play. Way to let your center back go up, use his frame, and equalize for Michigan.
That's what I've been saying. You just got to put balls in the box. You got to give your team a chance to score. You're not going to score by passing it 40 yards out from the box. You got to give your team some chances.
I agree. Got to get everyone in the forward position. All right, 2-2, 8 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the second half. We are set up for a grand finish between age-old rivals, Michigan and Michigan State. It is 2-2 in the fight for the Big Bear Trophy. All right, Rodriguez has the ball on the left wing. Michigan looking a little bit rejuvenated from that goal. Out to the left wing to Broach. Broach looks to attack. Broach dribbles around one defender, dribbles around two defenders, gets it in the box. Kicked out. Ibarra looks to take it back out to the left wing to Rodriguez, who settles it down. Rodriguez curls it back into the box. Out by Chase Incho. Michigan has the ball, though, with Rogers. Rogers looks to kick it back in. Taken by Miller, and Miller regains possession for Michigan State. Michigan State has it on the close side, and it is going to be a Michigan State throw.
So if I'm the Spartans here, I'm trying to play for overtime. It's not looking too good now. The momentum's swayed. The crowd's back in it. You need to find a way to lock down for these last 7 or so minutes and not concede that goal.
All right. Ogunwale has it on the right wing for Michigan State. Callow heads it back in to the center, back out. Gaffney kicks it up and into the stands for a Michigan State throw. Wow. There is 6 minutes and 50 seconds left. It is 2-2. A very even game so far. Michigan controlled the first half. Michigan State came out looking fantastic for about the first 30 minutes of the second half, scoring 2 goals. But Michigan found an equalizer with Brennan Callow. Now Michigan has it. Inaki Rodriguez is on the left wing. He looks to take it in, no help. And it is taken away by Jack Beck, the defensive midfielder. It's great defense. Way to track back by Beck.
You expect anything else in this game, Abe? Anything different?
It's a rivalry game. Everything's thrown out the window. Records don't matter. You got to play the game. All right, Mutatu does well. And here's the whistle, receives the foul. A free kick in a decently advantageous position for Michigan State. About 10 yards inside the halfway line. Beck stands over it. It is 2-2. Under 6 minutes left now. If no one scores, we're looking towards overtime. What an electric way. I don't think there would be any more fitting way for this game to end. All right. Every fan is on the edge of their seats. Jack Beck stands over the free kick with all of Michigan back to defend. Beck kicks it in, looking for Mutatu. Outside of the area, and Kevin Buka clears with the header. Michigan State back out to the left wing with Fari. Kicks it back into the box, and looking for the volley is Cromer, and sails over the netting into the housing development.
What a moment that would have been if he could have connected there.
Whew, that would have been a screamer. All right.
So it's odd the Spartans have opted to go away from Jack Beck here. He's in the game still, but we have not heard his name called a lot in the last 20 minutes. No logic to it. I mean, the offense, the attack was flowing great through him, and they've just gone away from him.
It seems everything Beck touches turns to gold, but you're right, Michigan State has gone away from him as Hayden Evans kicks it from his own area out. Michigan State does have possession with Mutatu. Mutatu turns around, gets it back to Miller. Miller kicks it up to Ferry. Ferry kicks it out, and it is going to be a Michigan goal kick. There's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. It is 2-2. Michigan State versus Michigan for the Big Bear Trophy. We're coming out of the wire here. Any goal here would be absolute scenes at the University of Michigan Soccer Stadium. It's a battle for the whole state.
And the East Lansing faithful, they did show tonight. There's about 2 sections full of Michigan State fans.
Oh yeah, made the trip from East Lansing as Evans kicks it up looking for Rasmussen. And Broach takes it down. Rodriguez has it, brings it inside, looking to dribble, not a lot of support. As he dribbles it, kicks it back to Ryan Schultz. Schultz gets it inside and misses his intended target in Blevins. Michigan State clears it. Callow has the ball for Michigan. A little miss kick, and that's going to be a foul on Brendan Callow, and it's going to be a yellow card. That could be a potentially very, very dangerous mistake for Michigan to make.
Yes.
With the goal scorer Callow giving up a free kick about 5 yards outside of the Michigan penalty area, similar to where Ibarra got his last time, and the goal scorer making a potentially fatal mistake.
Poor defending there by Callow. There's no other way to put it, really. He was all alone, not pressured, and a poor touch and a foul. And that could be the stuff that loses you these types of games. So dangerous free kick here, and we'll see what Jack Beck does with it.
All right, Jack Beck, the magic man for Michigan State, stands over it. His orange cleats. He's the only one. Looks to be a 2-man Michigan wall.
I think he's going to go for goal Abe here. What do you think?
I would not be surprised with that left foot of his. All right, it's a 3-man wall now for Michigan. Jack Beck stands over it, curls it in, does go for goal. Correct, Albert, but it is right at the keeper, and Hayden Evans looks to start Michigan on the break.
Great hands by Evans there. A rebound could have been costly, and he secured it on the first touch.
Evans kicks it up, looking for Rodriguez on the left wing. Rodriguez heads it down, and that's going to be a foul. That's great work by Inaki Rodriguez, who looks to take the free kick quickly. However, referee tells him absolutely not. It's going to be Quinn Rogers now standing over the free kick. Michigan has all of their men up in the area, similar to the goal they scored. Callow up there, looking for his header, as Quinn Rogers looks to take it inside the halfway line. Rogers services in, up to Rasmussen. Rasmussen heads it down. Callow heads it back in, up by Michigan State. Rodriguez heads it back towards the goal, but there's no one there, and Chase Incho clears it for Michigan State. Michigan tries to regain possession, but Miller now has it for the Spartans in the midfield. Miller out to the left wing. Michigan State has it on the left wing in the middle to Landefeld. Michigan State on the left wing with Landefeld still. He tries to cut back in the middle, dribbles around the defender, kicks it up to Miller, but it is a bad pass, intercepted by Michigan. Beck receives it back, but it is back in the defense with Schultz. We have 2 minutes remaining here at the University of Michigan Soccer Stadium. It is 2-2, Michigan and Michigan State. Looking for a game winner to take home the Big Bear Trophy. Michigan State has the ball in the midfield, kicks it up looking for Mutatu. And Ibarra chests it down. Now Rogers, deflected in the midfield. Miller, a cheeky back heel. Now Michigan has it in the middle with Cromer. Cromer kicks it up to Mutatu. Great defensive play by Michigan to kick it out. And Evans now has control. It's a good job by Brendan Callow.
Callow made up for his previous mistake. That's a big-time tackle there, and just great defense overall.
All right, Derek Broach is down. And the referee is calling for the trainer to come over. And the clock is stopped with 1 minute and 23 seconds left. 1, 2, 3. And you hate to see another Michigan man down. This time it is Derek Broach, the senior from Novi, Michigan. He's played in 9 matches this year. He started 4. He's on the All Big Ten freshman team as a sophomore. He unfortunately missed the freshman year due to an injury. He has 3 goals this season, 1 in both Big Ten away games this year, including that game winner last game against Indiana in the 92nd minute. All right, so for those of you who aren't familiar with the NCAA overtime rules, I will preview them for you. So let's say 1 minute and 23 does go off this clock. We will play 2 overtime halves, both 10 minutes. However, it is golden goal. So If a team scores, that is the winner. No more game will be played. But we still do have a minute and 23 left for a team to get the equalizer, or to get the game winner. My bad. Michigan has played in an overtime game last week against Indiana. They won that one. Albert, who do you think has the advantage going into overtime?
I'd probably go with Michigan. They've proven they're the better side from this season, and the momentum's in their hands right now. I think they've used a lot of subs, so I think MSU's probably got the energy, the stamina advantage. But I think overall Michigan's got a slight advantage. But who knows? It's Big Ten soccer. It's overtime. It can go anyone's way.
All right. Michigan State does have one overtime match. It was a tie against Wisconsin on September 17th. That was a double overtime game, which means we used up both of those periods. As all the players walk back onto the field. Christian Pulselli comes back on for the injured Broach. So it will be a goal kick for Hayden Evans, standing at the edge of his penalty area, who picks it up, looking to play out from the back. Let's see if Michigan has one more attack in them. Evans rolls it out in front of him and kicks it long. Evans looking for Rodriguez. Rodriguez does not get a header on it. Rasmussen looks to control it, but Michigan State kicks it out. Gaffney up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez has it. Rasmussen gets control. Pulselli has the ball, dribbling into the area. Back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez into the middle, and that's a great play by Michigan State's central defense to keep Michigan out of the goal. That is number 12.
Talk about an impact sub. Impact sub, Abe. I mean, Pulselli comes in right away, makes an impact, wins him a corner.
It's a great job by Rasmussen, too, controlling that ball in the midfield. All right, Michigan has a corner. It looks to be Mark Ibarra standing over it. Ibarra will kick it in. His in-swinger looks for the goal and headed on. However, Michigan does not get it in. There's 6 seconds left.
Racing
Michigan
to take the corner here.
To take the
Appears
corner.
they won't get it off.
They get it off. However, we are headed to overtime. All right, we will hand you back to Josh and the crew. It's a pleasure being with you.
we are back getting ready for overtime. I am Joshua Tenzer, joined here by Kellen Flynn. Kellen, what do the Wolverines need to do in order to win this game?
Well, Josh, I think it's pretty simple. They need to outscore the Spartans and really just score first. Because once they score, this game is over. Golden goal.
That is true. In overtime, it is 10-minute halves. The second half will be called, if that is necessary, by Abe Winter and Albert. Last name I forget. How, though, Kellen, will the Wolverines manage to score the next goal? And the golden goal rule, for those of you unfamiliar with soccer terminology, that means that the next goal will be the winning goal, assuming a goal is scored in the next 20 minutes of game time.
Yeah, so essentially sudden death here. And what the Wolverines need to do is what they did for about 80 minutes of this game. If you take out those first 10 minutes of the second half, the Wolverines have played fantastic today. And they had a couple chances late, and I'm sure they're going to be kicking themselves regardless of the outcome that they weren't able to convert in that last minute or two. But I think those 80 minutes outside of those last 10 minutes those first 10 minutes, of the second half, they've looked great. So they just need to come out, play how they've been playing, and really limit the Spartans' opportunities. They need to force turnovers, and they need to keep the ball out of Jack Beck's control, because he's caused a lot of issues for them.
I know Mark Ibarra is the captain. Don't question the captain. But he did take a very long time to get that corner kick in the last minute set up. And you saw that the Wolverines had another chance for a corner kick afterwards. And it's kind of questionable how long he took there. But you know what? Past is the past.
It's tough to judge there because you want to make sure you're set and you're giving yourself the best chance you can, because you don't know if you're going to need that extra 5 to 10 seconds later.
That's true.
So we're in overtime, and that's really all that matters now. So
first half of overtime going to kick off. Number 15 for the Spartans, Jacob Cromer. About to take the first kick. Ball is on the center spot. Passes backwards down the center. Two Wolverines rush forward. Both teams are playing with a little bit more energy. It's overtime. You can feel the tension in the air. The crowd, the second half, was ecstatic and electric, and the Wolverines really fed off that.
They were that second goal. The crowd really got going. And just a note on Hayden Evans. He looked visibly frustrated after those two goals in the second half. So, and he's really played a lot better since then, making a couple saves. But just a note there.
Spartans with the ball now on the right side in their defensive half. Send it towards the center, now in the center spot. Passing the ball back, retreating. Christian Pulselli applying a lot of pressure now. Nick Stone having to pass it forward. He clears all the way into the offensive zone, still in the center circle. Quinn Rogers running with such velocity, he slips and falls. The turf is a little damp. A long cross up in the air. That's in the gloves of Hayden Evans. It loses off of him. He drops it down. A header by MSU. That goes just wide. That could have been the game there. You got to grab onto the ball if it hits your hands. That's the rule.
Yeah, you hear a big sigh from the crowd there as everyone kind of was holding their breath after that one dropped through his hands. Another interesting point here, Wolverines lost 2 key players in that second half.
That is true.
That could play a big role in this overtime period.
Jason Bucknor and Derek Broche, a star on both offense and defense, going down to injuries in the second half. Hayden Evans, long kick, lots of backspin, drops it in the center spot. Evan Rasmussen able to get ahead on it, but he fell down over Jack Beck. Jack Beck also fell down. Spartans have control of the ball now on the offensive half. Down the right wing, there's a foot race for it between Inaki Rodriguez and Farai Mutatu. Slide tackle by Brennan Callow. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be a corner kick for MSU. 2 minutes gone in this first half of overtime. The score is 2-2. Next goal wins.
Yeah, defenses have been getting a lot more aggressive as the regulation wound down and now into this overtime period. A lot more slide tackle attempts.
Here comes the corner. Up in the air, looking for a header. He gets it. It's up again. Another header from the defense. Evans grabs it. Here, big save by Evans.
Dangerous
that could have been
opportunity
dangerous
there. Yeah, for the Spartans. Got that corner kick. Got a nice shot in there. Just couldn't convert.
Hayden Evans, ready to punt. Drop kick the ball. There it goes, up in the air. Coming down, Evan Rasmussen tries to get it to Pacelli, unsuccessful. Rolls to Hunter Morse. Pacelli couldn't reach the ball in time. Hunter Morse in the center of the penalty area, ready to send the ball back out. Rolls it down to the right side where Olu Ogunwale was waiting for it. Stretch pass by him, cleared away by Brendan Callow. Ball still bouncing up in the air, looking for someone to control it. MSU has it by the midline on the left side, having to retreat. Offensive pressure by Quinn Rogers. MSU still has the ball, trying to get something going. Michigan has a lot of, they're playing a very restrictive defense, and now a yellow card is being called on a foul that I actually thought wasn't that big of anything, which is why I didn't mention it. But Mark Ibarra gets the yellow card here. Both players going up for the ball. Mark Ibarra and Jack Beck. Ibarra landed on Beck, and that's called a yellow card.
Yeah, there was a bit of a collision there. So definitely not a wild call, but got to get the Ultras back into this game. They're a little quiet right now.
Yeah.
Need that energy from the soccer faithful here.
It's not often that the Ultras are quiet. They are nervous, as are most Michigan fans in this stadium. 2 offensive opportunities for the Spartans already. Here comes a pass in towards the penalty area. Evans grabs it, leaping up over the crowd, gets in his chest, gets his mitts on it. 6.5 minutes remain in the first half. And so far, the ball has been solely in Michigan's defensive zone.
And Naki Rodriguez was screaming down the sideline here, kind of throwing up his hands after he did not get the ball from the goalie. Thought he had a chance.
Spartans try to send it into the offensive zone. Wolverines control. Umar Farouk Osman to Brendan Callow. Callow sends it up into the air, waiting for Rasmussen. Rasmussen has always been ahead of the play. Really good on offense. Love to see that from him. Naki Rodriguez on the left sideline, about 15 yards beyond the midline. Umar Farouk Osman, a strong kick in towards the penalty box. Just goes over Evan Rasmussen's head. Cleared away by MSU. Fantastic opportunity for the Wolverines there. No one was able to capitalize on it, though, so not a shot on goal. Just a good, strong stretch pass into the box.
Yeah, they didn't really have anyone that could make a clean play on the ball there. Got the ball into the penalty area, just couldn't make a play on it.
Throw into Rasmussen. Rasmussen surrounded by 3 defenders, trying to get it out. Michigan's bodied away from the ball. Farai Mutatu, fantastic use of his body to push Michigan off. Able to get control and send it forwards. Spartans now going from the right side to the left side of the field, trying to switch things up a little bit.
Look for the Spartans to get the ball to Beck as they do right here. Let him create.
Jack Beck passes it back as he was walking in towards the center circle. Spartans now coming up the right side, as they tend to so often do. Wolverines believe it to be offsides. The answer is no. Mutadu tries to kick it in with a cross. Bounces off of Ryan Schultz. He had perfect defensive positioning to make sure that, A, not only did the ball hit him in the cross, but also stayed inbounds, making sure it wasn't a corner kick for the Spartans, because they have been dangerous on those corner kicks. Wolverines trying to get the ball up the left side of the field. Evan Rasmussen is fouled on the play. He's down, clutching the back of his leg. Looks like a back of the thigh problem there. Might have been struck by number 10. Pardon me, that's not number 10. Someone on the Spartans.
11, I believe
11,
it
yep,
is.
that would be that number. Gianni Ferry. Rasmussen is up. Wolverines cannot afford to lose another offensive star to injuries, or really anyone so far this game.
Yeah.
Already seen 2 this half. Second half, rather.
Yeah, he looks to be okay.
Yep. Walking, ready. A little bit of soccer dramatics, never hurt anybody.
Stretching that out a little bit on his way back.
Quinn Rogers, ready for the free kick. 5 yards in front of the half line and on the left side. Goes up in towards the box. There's a chance. A header by Callow. Falls to Inaki. A header. Batted away by the outstretched hands of Hunter Morse. I think it would have gone wide, but Morse got his foot on it. And now it'll be a corner kick for Mark Ibarra.
Wolverines with a chance here. Had a nice play into the middle. Got a header, just couldn't convert. Try to keep it in the offensive zone here.
Ibarra's lining up to take the kick. Wolverines have everyone in the back end of the box. Up in the air, a header by Callow misses. Quinn Rogers has a chance to make something work in from the back. A long shot from Quinn Rogers. That's saved by Hunter Morse.
Yeah, Rogers just didn't touch that cleanly the way he wanted to. Lost a little bit, had to backtrack, and couldn't get the shot he wanted.
3.5 minutes remain in the first half of overtime. If no one scores in either overtime, the Bear does stay with the Wolverines, but it's a little tainted because it's a draw.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
No. MSU moving up. Jack Beck in the center, jumping over defenders left and right. Sends a cross in for Mutadu. Mutadu with a chance here. Falls down. Chance here for Miller. That's blocked away, and it'll be a corner kick for the Spartans.
Dangerous offensive possession there for the Spartans. They got in real tight, had some space in there to work with. Lucky break for the Wolverines.
Here comes the corner kick. It looks like Jack Beck will be the one taking it. Coming in from the right side. Spartans have people back away from the goal and also in pretty much the center of the penalty box on the spot where the penalty shots are taken from. They're moving back now. Here comes the kick as they rush in forwards. Headed away smoothly by Quinn Rogers. Good work there to break up the chance. Now there are 2.5 minutes remaining in this half. Time ever winding down. Throw in here for MSU on the right side. Halfway between the goal line and the midfield line.
Yeah, teams probably won't get too aggressive, won't get much more aggressive than they are right now just because they know they have that extra 10-minute half after.
They are saying that it is going to be a throw for the Wolverines, an illegal touch on the throw from MSU. Here comes Derek Broche, returning from injury in the second half. Coming out for Evan Rasmussen, that means he's going to take a very forward attack here.
Broche, another local kid from Novi area, not too far from Ann Arbor.
Another throw-in going to MSU after Michigan has the throw-in. And a defensive clear by Inaki Rodriguez leads to an MSU throw-in from the right side. MSU trying to figure out what to do with that. They are backed into the right corner, passing backwards. A little bit of a slip and tumble there from MSU. Number 10, Ole Ogunwale, falls down as he tries to get it out. Wolverines will kick it out of bounds, and they'll have a throw-in. MSU on the throw-in sends it backwards in towards this defensive half. Michigan applying pressure. Derek Broche trying to get a steal, unsuccessful.
Yeah, Wolverines applying a lot of defensive pressure here, leaving them a little vulnerable on the back end. Let's see if the Spartans can take advantage.
Some fancy footwork by Michael Miller causes Quinn Rogers to fall down on the pitch. Brennan Callow, seeing that Farai Mutadu is going to have a breakaway, kick the ball up into the air. It's going to be a corner kick for MSU again, but perhaps better than what the outcome could have been.
Yeah, Callow, that last line of defense for the Wolverine defense, played a strong game.
He's always been this game so far in the back half of the field, except for the goal he scored to tie it up. But corner kicks are weird, and they draw defenders forward like that. Here comes the corner kick. Everyone crowding right towards the goal. Barely anyone in the back half of the penalty box. Headed away by Quinn Rogers again.
Yeah, two poor corner kicks in a row from the Spartans. Not really giving their guys a chance.
10 seconds remaining in the first half of overtime. If nothing happens here, we're going to hand it back to Abe and Albert for the second half. Golden goal overtime. We'll be right back.
All right, it is Abe and Albert back at you for the second half of overtime.
Are you entertained, Abe?
I am entertained. All right. We have 10 seconds left of our intermission period. We are back. 10 minutes left, just a reminder, 10 minutes left. If nobody scores, it will end in a draw. Unfortunate, because there's the Big Bear Trophy on the line. However, it is golden goal, so the first goal wins it. The side switch, so Michigan will be back to the side they were defending in the first half.
I don't think this is gonna end a tie, Abe. I think someone's gonna score. I really do.
Do you have a prediction for that someone? Can't hurt.
You know, we've said his name all night, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news for Michigan fans, but I think Jack Beck might find the winner here.
Beck has looked very strong, almost a Connor Gallagher-like performance in the midfield there today. All right. Michigan will kick off for the second half of this overtime. 10 minutes. It is 2-2, Michigan and Michigan State, the in-state rivals. Michigan, Ann Arbor versus East Lansing for the Big Bear Trophy. All right.
The sub I mentioned earlier is now on the field. Michael Leon is subbed on.
Yes. All right. Michigan State has it in field with Miller. Up on the left wing, and it's a foul. Wow, the ref does not play advantage and calls the foul on number 11, Bryce Blevins. And Mutatsu is the one who was fouled. He's limping a little bit, but he gets up. Michigan State has a free kick a little bit inside the opponent's half. All right. Jack Beck stands over it with his left foot, looks to kick it in, goes short to Will Perkins. Perkins services into the right area and headed in by number 4, Chase Incho, but it is an easy take for the goalkeeper, Hayden Evans, and Michigan regains possession. There's 9 minutes left. The clock seems to go faster in overtime, doesn't it, Albert?
Yes, it does. It always does.
All right. Michigan kicks it up, looking for Broach, but Michigan State takes it off. The student section is loud as Michigan State gets it into Ferry, but a great track back by the Michigan defense, and there is a foul on Ferry, and Michigan gets away with it. It's actually fantastic defense by Osman. He used his pace to get in front of the defender, not foul, and be in position for the ball.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ball put forward, but even better defending by Michigan.
Osman was tracking back in the left back position, different from where he's playing mostly tonight in the midfield. But Michigan seems to have got a little more offense heavy here in this overtime period. All right. Hayden Evans looks to stand over the free kick and kick it deep for Michigan to score that third goal. All right. Evans kicks it up to the left wing. Look for Rodriguez. Does not get a head on it. Instead, it's Miller who heads it out for a Michigan throw-in. A little bit inside the halfway line.
Hey, what's your favorite Michigan State sports moment?
I can tell you my least favorite.
I think we can all guess that.
But I'll go with the 21-7 win a couple years ago in Michigan State. It's my favorite one. All right. Umar Farouk Osman stands over the throw-in. He throws it in to Mark Ibarra, who kicks it back out to Osman. Osman up the left wing, looking for support. Kicks it around. Broach has it. Kicks it inside. And the referee says no foul as Michigan State clears, but not far enough. Michigan State has it back in. And Broach is still down on one knee inside the penalty area as Blevins battles for the ball, and it ends in a Michigan State throw. Michigan State throws it in, only to be halted by the referee's whistle, who has noticed the injury to Derek Broach, and will come over to make sure he's okay. The clock stops with 7:28 left. This overtime feels a little bit more like football rather than soccer. A lot of stoppages, as the clock does stop in NCAA soccer, but
feels like the end of an NBA basketball game. The last 30 seconds ends up being 30 minutes.
Hopefully no timeouts here. All right, Broach hobbles off and is going to be replaced by Evan Rasmussen. So Rasmussen will join Michael Leone in attack, looking for that third goal to win Michigan the Big Bear Trophy.
Something to note, 7 of 11 Michigan State players have played this entire game, so they the legs can start breaking down here at the end of the game, and Michigan still has a fair share of players who have played 103 minutes, but not as much, so the fresher legs are for sure on Michigan's side.
So hopefully that little break for Rasmussen will pay off. All right, Michigan State throws it in and kicks it deep, looking for Mutatu. Michigan State has it back now in defense. It's in midfield. Back, heads it over to the side to Miller. Miller wrestles in possession, still has it. Some nice skill moves. And the ref rules it's a foul on Blevins, which will give Michigan State the free kick as Jack Beck stands over it. Beck will give it up to his teammate, Nick Stone, will look to kick it deep. Stone kicks it over to the side to Miller. Miller has the ball on the right wing. Miller looks inside, kicks it up to Ferry. However, it's intercepted by Callow. Callow kicks it out, not as far as Beck. Beck out to Perkins on the left wing. Perkins in the middle to Landfeld. Landfeld back to Perkins. And the referee blows his whistle, and the ball was out of bounds. A correct call by the Michigan bench right in front of him.
Unfortunate for Perkins because he just broke 2 of those tackles and looked to have a promising attack there. Bad break for the Spartans.
All right. It's a throw-in, which will be taken by Blevins. Rasmussen heads it down to the midfield. Michigan State has possession in the midfield with Beck, who kicks it far. Osmond playing the left back. Kicks it up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez kicks it up. And it's out on the left wing now. Leone will battle with Landefeld for possession. Back to the left back. Michigan State has it. Kicks it deep. Up the left wing. Up by Schultz. Controlled by Mutatu. His first touch lets him down. And it will be a Michigan throw-in inside their own area with 5 minutes and 42 seconds left. It is 2-2, Michigan and Michigan State battling for the Big Bear Trophy. Not only for the Big Bear Trophy, but for bragging rights. It's more than a trophy. It's more than a win. It's about bragging rights. The state of Michigan is on the line right here. All right, Pulselli takes it down, kicks over to Osmond. Osmond, a diagonal ball that goes out of bounds. It's a little bit of a dangerous pass by Pulselli, but
almost catastrophic.
no harm.
There.
No harm. Up to Landefeld from the Michigan State throw. Back to back. Kicks it. Back to Nick Stone. Nick Stone out to the right wing. Michigan State has numbers on the right side. Back in the middle to Cromer. Cromer out back to Miller. Miller has the ball on the wing. Gets it back to back in midfield. This is good for Michigan State. Michigan State out back to the left wing. Perkins has it in space. Looks to take on Leone, who takes it into the midfield. Perkins still dribbling into the midfield. Takes it deep. No numbers. Dribbles into the corner. Seemingly no help over there, but he passes it right back to Cromer. Cromer has possession in the midfield. And an almost catastrophic error by Ryan Schultz, whose missed kick leads to a Michigan State corner. Michigan State will have a corner kick. Tough to see from our vantage points, but it looks to be Michael Miller standing over it.
It's quite the fortuitous redirect for Michigan's sake.
Yes, it was almost a poor play by Hayden Evans. All right, Michigan State corner in. A low corner, looking to be headed out, and it is kicked away by Pulselli. Good job. All right, Ogunwale, diagonal ball over to Miller. Miller, good ball to Mutatu inside the penalty area. Defended well by Blevins. Blevins kicks it out. Blevins to Rodriguez, who looks to slide in Rasmussen, but doesn't get it. Back, has the ball outside of the penalty area. Kicks it out wide to Stone. Stone has it, crosses it in, looking for Mutatu, who does keep it in. Great effort, but it's back up to Rasmussen for the Wolverines. The Wolverines cry out for a foul, but referee says no. Michigan State has the ball on the right wing with Stone. Stone back in the middle to Miller. Miller back to Stone. Stone back to Cromer. Michigan State moving backwards. Switch of play over to the left side to Perkins. Perkins back to the left wing to Landefeld. Landefeld, low ball in. Dealt with well by Michigan. Looks to send Michigan on the break. All right, Rodriguez on the left wing. has the ball all by himself, taken on by Ogunwale, has help up in the middle, up to Rasmussen. Rasmussen, high ball to Pulselli, but Pulselli is off sides with 2 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the second overtime period. Is it possible to cut the trophy in half? Is that it? Do they do that?
I don't think either of these teams would want it. I don't think Michigan and Michigan State like tying in any fashion.
I think they need to put in a shootout rule for these rivalry games where there's a trophy at stake. All right. Hunter Morse's goal kick will be out of play, so that's a throw-in for Michigan. Osman stands over it with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left. It is 2-2 Michigan and Michigan State. Osman throws it in up the touchline. In the midfield, now Cromer has it. Cromer looks to send Michigan State on the break. Outside to Landefeld. Landefeld has an overlapping run by Perkins. Perkins has it now inside the area. Perkins crosses it in, looks for the ball into Mutatu, but Mutatu can't get his head on it. And now that's a foul right outside the box. Ibarra says Jack Beck went down pretty easily, but from my view, it was a clear foul.
Looked like a foul from here, yes.
All right, Michigan State now having the attack with 1 minute and 45 seconds left. They stand over their free kick. It is a pretty advantageous free kick here. It is right outside the corner of the penalty area, about 5 yards out. Probably too far to shoot, but Michigan will still have a two-man wall in there. Jack Beck stands over it with his left foot. Jack Beck, corner in. Out by Ibarra. Landefeld looks to take it down. Landefeld for Michigan State, kicks it out. It is now a Michigan throw-in. 1 minute and 14 seconds left, 2-2. One of these teams looking for a last gasp winner. All right, Michigan walking towards the ball as Schultz will look to throw it in.
No sense of urgency here for Michigan.
Yeah, it's a little bit puzzling, but we play on. Schultz, long throw in, looking for Leon. Ibarra heads it away. Perkins for Michigan State. Ibarra again for Michigan. And it's going to be a Michigan State throw in the opposing half. Landefeld throws it in, dealt with by Schultz. And it is now going to be another throw in by Michigan State. Michigan State is sending up all their players with only Ogunwale standing back. Michigan State has a throw in. Referee blows his whistle. Looks to be a long throw, the same position Michigan had against Indiana. The throw in, dealt with by Blevins, out for another throw. 17 seconds left here in overtime. 2-2, Michigan State. The throw in, dealt with by Rasmussen, kick back in by Perkins. Bodies fall in the box, and it is a foul on Michigan State, and that seems to be the end of the game. We end this game 2-2. Michigan and Michigan State draw in double overtime. We thank you for joining us here on our broadcast today for the Michigan and Michigan State soccer game. Don't forget to tune in this Saturday for Michigan against Nebraska football. We thank you for joining us today, and have a